When we last left off, our heroes, fresh from 1983, decided to pursue some leads in the witch town of Suntown. This strange magical shopping district is only accessible through ley lines just when the sun is passing overhead. And as the party waited patiently for this brief window in which they would be able to enter Sundown, they were briefly met by a strange figure. Bits of ash and ember flaking off of their arms, and a strange look of recognition, and perhaps even a bit of awe or wonder as they chased after a pyralisk that had gone running past the group and around the corner. This figure had stopped, peering at the group and making a few strange remarks before rushing on after their pyralisk friend. As the window quickly arrived, the group didn't have much time to think about this strange encounter. Instead, rushing down into the alley lit up with sunlight, their eyes going white as the sunlight blinds them but briefly, before they blinked it away and found themselves in the magical town of Suntown. A sprightly light danced into view and gave them a hurried introduction to the city, but mentioned that it was quite busy with the upcoming festivities. After all, Madronit was but a few days away, and witches around the world had many preparations to do. As you crossed over the arched stone bridge, you could somewhat hear the sound of a river flowing through, though the riverbed itself had long ago dried up. You had a few distinct goals, and your clearest lead seemed to be one particular location. Nestled in a grove right at the end of Suntown Street was the Cloister of Forgotten Things, overseen by someone known simply as the Enchantress. You went to seek out her expertise, hoping to get some questions answered. Instead, you were met with a curious shop and a figure that sparked immediate suspicion. Dressed in a white feathered robe, she guided you within her small abode, where you passed by fox like figures, humanoid, clad in robes and tending to the clutter of curious items that filled up this cloister of forgotten things. She didn't seem to pay much mind to the group, at least not at first, until she became aware that a seer was amongst your company, offering to give them a free vision. Hanu took this deal, and while the rest of the group were left there for but a few minutes, she was tossed around in strange visions, before being returned back to her ally standing in the middle of this curious shop, to see Eliza scrutinizing this person's veiled visage and discerning that there might be someone else less collected and mysterious hidden beneath its illusions. Taking this knowledge, you exited out and realized shortly that you had lost an ally. Gwen had separated herself from the group at some point. So, Zale set out to go to the meeting place, the Overlook, a giant acacia tree perched at the top of this canyon in which Suntown is nestled. where the group had decided if they'd separated, they would meet back. The rest turned back around to enter into the grove, hoping to speak to a fae by the name of Lady Gehenna. However, as they approached her with inquiries, they found that her manner of dealing was somewhat strange, and the price quite high. Taking this knowledge and deciding that perhaps better leads might be found elsewhere with less risk, the party returned back to Suntown, exiting out of the garden of Lady Gehenna and making their way up to the over, where Zale had already met back up with Gwen. As you found a table on one of its large bowed branches which stretch across the canyon of Suntown, you noticed once more a familiar but again still strange figure. The mysterious person that you had met just before entering Suntown sat at a table right beside you. As you clarified the mystery of how he did not seem to know who you are, you realized that it was because he had entered this place several weeks before you, and that he would exit out several weeks before you entered. Knowing that you were destined to meet again, you turned your attentions to each other and joined tables. As Ember, this Genasi, sits down at your table, you exchange pleasantries and see, as for a moment, a bird perches itself up. It catches your eye especially, Ember, as you recognize it to be no mere bird, but in fact a pseudo-phoenix. It tilts its head at your group, and just as you notice it, it flutters its wings and flies back down. Your eyes catching it heading down towards the entrance to the Garden of Lady Gehenna, where Zale had already parted himself from the party in search of the missing Rue Velu. You see it crest past Zale as he enters in through the gate. Zale, just as you're stepping foot into it, it perches itself right on top of the entrance and looks its little flame-embered feathered head down at you.
Hey, buddy. She doing okay in there?
It tilts its head.
Hmm. So I kind of parks the bicycle, kind of around, and kind of just waits for a moment. He's kind of like 10 or so minutes.
As you lean the bike up next to it and wait for a while, choosing patience in this time, it stays perched, looking down at you, patient. The rest of you, or Ember, and those that look down from the bows, can see Zale leaned up with the bicycle by the entrance, a small bird perched on top. Feel free to conversate, finish up where y'all's introductions were. Brooklyn, I'm gonna have you join me in whispers.
Ooh. So, yeah, it seems that Suntown has a weird time thing, too.
Ember would just nod in confused agreement.
I mean, when you converge multiple strands of energy together, curious things do happen.
something I've been discovering a lot lately.
She's leaning over and massaging the wings, the kind of shoulder blade area of her owl.
Amber would nod approvingly.
Well, both of us, she makes a gesture pointing to Zale and herself, we're from the Coterie Coast. And those two over there, I think, can introduce themselves further. Points to Eliza and Babette.
I hail from Hearthvine currently, though I grew up just outside. Oh, I just realized Sarah's not here.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's
Sarah says things. Eliza responds.
I grew up with her on her family's property. This is Eliza.
We actually entered here through Hearthvine. I'm uncertain where your entrance was.
seems to just be taking a lot of this info in as he sort of, glances back and forth between people.
Just goes back to staring at her birthday.
Is he still intensely eyeing up Zarman and Babette?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, no, Summon's just visually uncomfortable.
Amber would give him just a little nudge. Just, no need to be so uncomfortable, friend.
You were looking at me kind of weird though.
That's purely because I find you so fascinating.
I would ask why, but I don't know if I want to know the answer.
It almost sounds like you're interested in dissecting us or something.
Oh, nothing as full on as that. No. It's just easy to tell that recent events would have all but extinguished that flame left from your past. Something seems to be helping reignite it. That's always a fascinating scenario.
Who was he talking to in that moment?
Zaman.
Okay.
Not sure what you fully mean by that, but okay.
He'll just give a polite smile. Just nothing to concern yourself about. Merely an observation.
Still sitting there extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, Babette just kind of raises her eyes like,
How do Ember's eyes look? Are they a specific shade? Doing anything wonky?
No, they're just, they have a slight, and very light orange glow to them. But anytime he does something magical, they sort of just flare up for a brief moment.
Okay,
And at this particular time, they have not flared up.
gotcha. Did they flare up before when he was originally looking at the group? Doing a scan?
No.
Gotcha.
You noticed it when he summoned his
Bird.
familiar, but
Okay. I've heard before some people can see auras of others, or at least feel them. It might be familiar, it might not. At least my knowledge and observations.
yes, well, I can say that I have a gift of seeing things that others often do not see. He'll turn to Hone and give a little wink as he scratches his bird.
Should do that
And
slow sage nod and also scratch your bird in agreement.
he'll, like the fire in you, cousin. The one that doesn't ravage the countryside, but acts more like the waves during a storm that erode the cliffside. There's strength in you.
I try to be. I thank you, cousin. I feel that you are also that intense heat before stepping into an oasis. Knowing that there's vast knowledge beyond, but it might be intense before you can accept it. She will glance over to the other two, maybe give you an understanding look.
He'll give a nod to that as he gives Babette the side eye.
She will say her best in Ignan. She's a very sneaky, silvered tongue. It's amusing, to say the least.
He'll smirk at that.
Babette's just gonna like
Oh, that's gonna like what?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I think she's gone.
oh shit.
Oh, there you
Puppet,
go.
no!
There we go. What did you hear? She just gives like a little wave, like a hello, and it's just like the fingers wiggling kind of thing.
He'll give a nod towards you.
Puppet also looks at you and says to you, just let's keep on talking like this, but keep on staring.
And he will, he'll look over towards where Zale is, where the pseudo phoenix, and that is a fascinating creature.
Yeah, Rue calls Victor.
I was talking about the lost child, but the pseudo phoenix too. Yes.
Mm.
Does he always wander off like that?
I mean, when he does that, I think he feels safer. More relaxed, I don't know.
Under her breath, Babette just kind of mumbles until he gets married.
Marriage? Fascinating. Maybe he's found his way home after all.
You see Zell just fucking shiver.
Even though he's like across the street or something.
And I
Yeah.
just
His ears are burning.
Yeah.
does a little sneeze.
Shoot. Guess someone's talking about me.
I'll be right back.
Just because I'm curious of how you see these things. Is that the general gist of what you know, or do you know more?
He'll give a smile at you, and as he pauses to think for a moment, he'll take a deep breath and let it out. The things that I can see. It is always truthful and always accurate, but it is not always informative.
Information without context is sometimes a little confusing.
He'll just glance at you slightly. And just, yes, indeed.
You've been staring at her kind of hard. What general gist do you get of her?
I'm curious myself.
While shadows and darkness are all part of the natural order of things, I find that those that hide in them are questionable, to say the least.
Have you been speaking to my mother?
I have no idea who she would be. But upon saying that, not all that hide in the shadows are undesirable. And if you travel with people such as this, you must be good-hearted deep down inside.
No, you
And
definitely
so-
haven't been talking to my mother then.
He'll just shrug. But the face that you've chosen to show me is the one I will trust for now.
Was that like a knowing, like, Bisha, I know that's not your face, or was that just a I know that you're a two-faced bitch kind of comment?
Insight.
Yeah.
Do it. 19.
That would be very much his just saying what he sees. You're not sure he even knows what he sees.
Okay.
It's one of those things of the speculation you just said would be applicable.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't know exactly how literal that comment is.
Yes. He might not. It's
Yeah.
really just, he's just calling it as he sees it.
Yeah. Okay.
His insight, as he said, it's not always informative. He knows things, but does he really know things?
Yeah.
He's vibing. He read your vibe, but doesn't understand it yet.
Well, I'm honored to have at least a little trust.
Yes, well, there seems to be plenty of trust here. It's comforting.
Particularly difficult to come by in times like these.
Especially when you're in strange lands with strange people.
And what lands would you find not so strange?
I don't think there is a place on this plane of existence I would not find strange.
If everything in the universe was understandable and upfront, then there wouldn't be any beauty to it.
And isn't that a true statement?
I believe you mentioned you were looking for a Pyrolus? Or I think we saw you chasing a Pyrolus. What's their name that you're after?
The Pyrolus and I have a strange bond. It does not refer to me by name. I do not refer to it by name.
You just chase it around town occasionally?
He'll give a bit of a slight chuckle and yes, such unusual and proud creatures enjoy their freedom, but it sometimes gets them into predicaments, or they find themselves lost. But they enjoy it a little too much until they're reined in, I suppose you could say.
Yeah. I guess if you don't refer to it by name, do you refer to it by something else, or do you just see it and know?
He'll give a nod at that. But fear not, I'm sure if you get the chance to meet it, it would share its name with you.
One of my ancestors has been here before. She mentions that sometimes prolonged stays will cause items to run away as well. Maybe the Pyrolus has come across it. Or maybe just wants to stroll. This is a large town with many discoveries. I wouldn't be too surprised if something caught its eye.
Oh, it most certainly did. Not concerned, though. Once I bring it back to the fold, it will calm itself once again. At least for a short time.
Would you happen to know any tea shops nearby? Or is there just a slew of them?
I think I passed several back down that way. And he'll point in a random direction.
Okay. She looks over and then back. Thank you deeply, my brother. And then almost makes a motion to go stand up, but she just sits back. just slowly starts eyes drifting back to her bird. Deep in thought.
He'll turn to Zaman and does she do that often?
I think so.
Fascinating. I'm curious to meet that bird down there. One you called, what was it? Victor?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we can gather up if you actually wanted to follow us there.
I have a few moments to spare. It couldn't hurt. Maybe the perceptive eyes of your shadowy friend can help spot what I'm after.
It's her eyes that you want. And Babette points over to Eliza. I am the one who brings what I'm looking for to me. She's the one who finds it in the shadows.
Interesting.
Well, I guess we should go see what zone we were doing before we continue walking around.
Dale, were you waiting all this time for little old me?
So kind of, he has his eyes closed and then opens them and looks at you. Yeah.
She's clutching a lantern in her hand and kind of just looking up at you.
Yeah, that works. Did you enjoy the forest?
Oh my goodness, it is so pretty in there, and there's so many things, and Lady Gehenna is so nice!
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. I was just waiting. See when you came out.
And here,
What's the lantern for?
I asked, don't worry, I asked if it was okay, and it was just on a tree, and she said that lost things are just the things that were in there, so it sounded like, it didn't really belong to her, and she was like, it's chill, don't worry about it, you're so nice. And I was like, no, you're so nice. And then she was like, no, you are. And then we talked about cooking, and it was just fun.
Wow.
She's really pretty, with all the hair, and she's got those cool hooves. And
I'm glad you had fun.
too.
Just looking at it, is it magical when I look at the lantern?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's super magical. So
Doesn't even wait for the DM. I love it.
yeah, I just like straight to it. It's just like Zell's just kind of nods his head at that. Oh then, there's a wedding up there. So, wanna walk back and see what they're up to?
I'm gonna look up at Victor. Have you found any gnomes on any tomes?
Ruffles his feathers. Take that as a no.
That's okay. It's probably hard for a reason.
I mean, this place does seem super magical, so I expect them to hide something like that very hard.
Is my lantern still lit?
It's shuttered at the moment, but yes.
Cool. I'll kind of just open it up. Just while we're walking, I know it's not dark here. It doesn't really change here.
Yeah, I've been noticing as he's walking kind of beside you.
Any cool stuff happen while I was gone?
Well, remember that fire dude we met before we entered here? Who was
Oh, he
chasing
was
that?
so cool looking. Did you see his hair? It's like
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Well,
That was
I
pretty
kind of.
hot. Sorry.
When did you start cracking jokes like that?
You hang out with fairies long enough, you just kind of get funny.
See, he kind of stops walking. See, that's the thing I'm curious about.
What?
Where's she been?
Like all over. Like probably like you guys have been, just anywhere and everywhere. It feels like.
Well, I mean, I don't think we've been anywhere with fairies yet.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, definitely sounds more pleasant than places we've been.
Been in scary places,
Yeah.
doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing.
At that, you kind of see him kind of get really sad eyes, and a sad smile. It's like,
Wait,
yeah,
no. What's wrong? I'm still just kidding.
no, it's okay. It's still trying to figure out if I'm doing the right thing when it comes to certain decisions I have made.
Yeah. You you're probably doing your best. And you're probably just doing what you can for Garmin and everybody else. So don't be too hard on yourself. It's just hard to know until, consequences come. And sometimes those consequences give you cool stuff, and sometimes they give you not cool stuff.
Yeah,
Mm,
well, like
I
a cursed
I
sword and shield.
Right, or a button, or a tiny figure of a man. It's just
I get what you're saying. He kind of reaches down and kind of pets your head.
you can't be mad that you have to pick cards. You just you can at least enjoy the fact that you get to pick cards. I mean, we could still just like be on the island, and I know I said that's earlier that was better, but maybe it's just better that we're just getting to grow.
So Zone then gives like a genuine kind of like happy smile and very almost a proud smile. It's like, when do you
However,
grow
some
up
of us are
talking?
growing really old, and we need to talk about that.
Yeah, Zarman.
Yeah, Zarman. Yeah, Zarman. What do you mean? What happened to him? He's got like
What?
some pointier horns and some extra scales, and he looks like, Arthur's age, and I don't know if I'm supposed to start calling him older brother or
I don't think you'll like that if we if we started calling him older brother.
yeah. I That was just a joke. I don't really know what to say about it. I just
It's it's been it's been hard on him as well. I don't
You're
think.
making sure he's okay, right?
Of course,
Yeah, I know you are. It's just you know how down he gets, and
I know.
I mean,
I
I know I'm funny, but it's really hard to make him laugh sometimes.
has has he even left before? I think he's left once.
He's laughed whenever I've pulled a sick prank on you.
Well, he loves you.
Hmm.
You're always the one to make him smile.
Well, yeah. I have to make you guys happy.
And we are happy. We're happy you're
Are
back.
you? And she'll look at you like real skeptical and stern.
Yes, Pinky, I'm back. It's fine. I'm happy.
Hey,
Just
how's all your cool new friends been?
they've been good. They've been good. I haven't gotten to talk to them as much as I would like, but from what I can tell, they're pretty good people. Complicated, but
That's really pretty.
I mean, she could change to anybody she likes, so I guess she could be the prettiest thing in the world,
What?
depending on her mood.
She can do what?
She could change her appearance. She's a changeling.
Changeling.
Mhm.
Have I heard of changelings before?
She says up to the sky.
Roll a history check. Yes.
Oh, that's so cool!
Yeah. She's and yeah, she's been cool, I guess.
Who guess?
Well, I don't know. She might like the others more. I don't know if she likes me.
You can
I've-
be pretty annoying, Zale.
you look down. He's like, I know. I've been trying to get better at it.
I give him a pat on his shoulder. I bet, buddy.
I guess unintentionally dragged her into a whole island exploding, but I mean,
Zale!
hey, I didn't know the island was gonna explode. I was just there having
Are
fun.
you sure?
Well, that's where I got married. What's your face right now? Because I'm curious to show.
That was a brilliant
It's just
moment of
very
silence.
stuck. Just stuck. It's just there's like this. She's just like kind of blanking. You okay? But last time we talked, I was like, "Hey, if you could like not
And
like you and my sister, ew!
no,
That's
this is
so
a different person.
gross!
I
I
thought
was
she
gone for 30 days.
was.
You guys had a wedding?
So like he's that's
Older, my
laughing.
woman's so much older. We don't know what to do with you.
No, I didn't marry your sister.
Ew. I haven't even talked to her yet.
I didn't marry her. It's a different person.
I thought you were in love with my sister. Now you're married to somebody else.
I know, it's confusing. It's confusing
What
for me
is
too.
with you?
I don't know. To be truthful with you,
You know what? You know what? There are just some wins I have to take, so I will take this one. You got married without me?
yeah.
Safe to say that the rest of us are coming
She's
down.
gonna cross her arms and just start stomp walking all the way back to
Root.
everyone else.
Ugh.
Victor, let's go!
Oh, that went well. Oh,
She's gonna
hey,
walk into, hopefully get to the restaurant that everybody's at. Walk in, look at Zarman. Here comes the bride! And Zale comes through the door.
you this like Zell, and he just sighed as he gets in there, just a look of defeat, but just a smile on his face. He's just.
You aren't a fan of the new couple.
Mhm.
You know what? I like this couple a lot better than what I thought it was. I don't even know her.
Well, I
That
mean,
just kind of raises an eyebrow.
I don't know her either.
Zarma doesn't even know her.
I'm pretty sure she tried to catch you on fire the first time you met. I'm still confused as to how the wedding happened.
you know,
Has the weirdest taste in women. I'm gonna
I
go
think
sit
everyone
next to
knows that.
Zarman.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that. It's fine.
She's
Zell,
What does Ember think of that entrance?
He's just sitting there, just casually watching. His facial expression has not changed at all.
at this point, it's like Zell. He just laughs, just chuckling at this point. Not seeming like he's not phased by it, but it's kind of like I don't know.
A little slice of home right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little nostalgic right now feeling, and he just kind of goes, "God, I missed you."
She pulls her knees in while she's sitting and gives that like 8-year-old scrunchy face. Mm.
But Yumira, I think
I don't believe that we have officially met. You seemed a little out of it when you appeared. Yes, was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
yesterday.
Yeah, you seemed a little bit out of it when you appeared yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Traveling just gets a lot.
Ember will nod in agreement at that. Yes.
I'm, oh, by the way.
You are magnificent, I hear.
My
Ember,
reputation precedes me.
Ember raises one eyebrow.
Look, all I'm saying is that if you ever want to look like me, I give you full permission. I think it would be so cool to have two of me.
She also could do your voice perfectly too.
Ember raises his other eyebrow.
I mean, Babette, you want to show her?
Apparently, this is just a thing that we talk about in the streets. I guess so. And she'll just
oh,
turn into Rue and say, "I'm so excited to meet you."
I'm so excited to meet you too.
Well, that
I'm
was
gonna start
something I
playing
was not
patty cake.
expecting.
And Bebet will play patty cakes right along with you.
Sal kind of sits like down and kind of looks to Zarman. You know, it's weird seeing two Rues.
I don't know. Yeah, I think there was Waiter we've already seen.
Yeah. There's definitely been weird, but it's nice weird, you know? Not weird like trying to kill us or yeah, try to make the world end and everything.
Simon shrugs.
Well, hi Ember. I hope
He'll
the
give a
group's
nod.
hope the group is nice to you.
Incredibly welcoming.
That's good. Well, until it kind of sits down. Since we're all here, and since we kind of done what we already set out to do, I know we're searching for the side thing for this frog person, I think it was, right?
Monotone?
Yeah. But in any case, what do you guys want to do? I mean, I know Rue might have a lot of questions, but I was thinking kind of might, enjoy the time we had here. If everybody's up for that. And if time is
Gonna
jury
say,
anyways,
I might
I
not be
think
the
we have...
correct word. And
That's true.
once Rue is done with patty cake, we'll turn back into her human
Mm,
version.
You're
wow.
right. So, what do you guys say? Do we just want to talk some more and explore the city a little bit more?
Ember, are you coming with us?
He'll give a smile. For now, yes. I wouldn't
Actually,
mind
Ember,
tagging
what's your favorite
along.
color?
He'll point to Victor. That
Victor's my favorite color too.
that is a fascinating creature. Where'd you find it?
On a boat.
A strange place for such a creature, but I've heard of stranger.
His name's Victor.
Yes, your brother here was kind enough to tell me. And he'll point to Zaman with his thumb.
And I'm guessing you're gonna be looking for Pyrolisk if we're all wandering around. I mean, we could see him if we see anything.
Yes. I mean, more than one set of eyes is certainly going to help.
I mean, I guess and that's the case. If we're looking for this Pyrolus and this toad, then one that's split up in teams is much faster to cover more ground.
I actually wanted to possibly do some personal shopping. I could meet
Oh,
up with you.
that is right, actually. I need new clothes. And Zell's like looking down at his just what he's been wearing on and stuff this entire time.
I also need
those
to
clothes.
rebuild most of my life, so I was thinking I might grab some things here.
Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, yeah, we'll split up a little bit here.
Do you
Have
need
such
any
a
help, Bebe?
Um, I think for now I should be good. I kind of, I lost my home recently, so I kind of wanted to do some
Oh,
shopping for that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it was no one's fault in particular. Just a freak accident.
Was it part of that Zale explosion thing that he drug you into?
No, that was after my house had been exploded. He brought me to, or we ended up at a casino that also exploded. It just seems to be a theme since I met them.
Did he explode your house?
Not that I'm aware of. If he did, he's very good at hiding it.
Oh, don't put it past him.
what has my reputation of you for doing me that's down the drain now. I don't think I was angry particularly in pyrotechnics.
You should go complain to your wife.
Okay, I know you're still mad at Rue. so, so just looks at you. Uh,
I've,
At least Carmen wouldn't get married without me.
Ember will just lean over towards Zale just slightly and... It's never wise to take the candy from the kid in the candy shop.
Candy?
so No, just he like holds the laughter in. And he just turns to him and is like, you know what? I like you for some odd reason. Despite the gooberry incident, but
Um,
but yeah, I guess let's split up. So Babette, you're gonna go, I guess, with Eliza then for a little shopping.
We thought that Eliza was going to help you with the finding the gnome on the tome.
Yeah, she has some best eye. All right. Well then, I guess it's up to the rest of everybody. Everybody want to kind of pick a direction to go? Beat it back here. Alright. So, I guess for. How about you decide, Rue? Which the teams will be?
I'm on Team Gnome on a Tome.
Alright. Simon, where would you like to go?
I concerned about a Pyrolist running around, so I guess I'll join Ember with that.
Alright. And. Honey? Oh, she's doing that thing and she's spacing out again.
Yeah,
Powerless.
Probably. Gotcha. So. I guess me and Rue will search for the toad on the note.
I mean, if you
Gnome on a
if
Tome.
you want to help with Ember, I don't mind just kind of walking around. I mean, I got Victor, and I can always like message you guys if you're not too
Fine.
far.
Nah, that's good. I think those three could be fine with that. And then us three could go search for the known. I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like
where does Gwen want to be?
Gwen will go with you to find the Powerless.
In a scenario, if she is.
You don't
the-
see her around.
Okay, that's right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Fee, do you
Talking.
want to come with us?
And Fee will go with the Gnome on the Tome group.
Yes.
Alright. Well, teams are set. We'll meet back here. If we, find what we're looking for, we get time. Though this place is weird, we don't really get tired. Strange place. Well,
And she's gonna hand Victor to Ember. Can Victor hang out with you?
He seems a little bit stunned for a moment.
Yeah,
And
oh,
then
he doesn't
he'll
bite or anything.
He'll quickly compose himself, smile, and give a nod. Of course, Victor is always welcome.
Okay.
He's going to be obsessed with this bird for the next few minutes.
as you're walking.
That's why I gave it to him. I was like, I'm just gonna drop him off with a little present.
The little Ember childcare. Here you go. Ember daycare.
Alright.
Oh, Hanu, are you alright? If she's still sitting at the table.
Oh, she's
No, she's.
muttering
Oh.
to herself. Seemingly not hearing you at all.
Someone will put a hand on your shoulder and tap a little.
Doesn't seem to sit. Almost reminding you when you first met her.
And she's just focused on the owl, right?
Kind of on her hands. She seems to be looking a little bit further past the owl, but in the same vicinity.
Would Ember pick up anything about that chance?
Let me roll real quick.
Oh boy. $24.
Type something.
Loner Puppet.
I know, right? Poor Babette.
She's too cool for any of
I
us.
was gonna accompany her,
You try.
but
She wants to do some
Rude.
like shopping for all of the shit she lost at her house, and she kind of needs like a second to be like, I'm homeless, because she hasn't really had one. of
She
those.
needs her
Fair.
own theme song to be playing as she wanders through the street. It's like, oh.
I have notes. Hold on. Wait, I'm gonna go get my notebook. Yeah.
Hmm. Ember's just gonna look at her for a minute, give a nod, and even the biggest of fires need to die down at some point.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I think this one needs a moment.
She mentioned this thing with Gwen to see if the snapper out of her stupors. I'm gonna try, and then as Armin will do the pinch wherever Hanu did with Gwen.
It's like a little rub on the pulse point for a moment. Takes a long while before she shakes her head and looks at you curiously. Oh, wait.
Good morning, sunshine.
Gives you a nod.
Okay. We were actually about to head out and see where the firelisk is, but if you need another moment.
No, I should be okay. She coughs a little bit and steps up.
Okay. I will also be right back.
We're taking a break.
Yep, we can take a break.
Good God.
Yeah. I mean, Darwin would mention to be nicer to Zil, but that moment just went too quickly.
That was great. Zell would know that this has not affected Zell in a negative mood whatsoever. He is honestly, it's just,
All
you want to see
very
his,
jealous.
yeah, it's just a nice change of pace than what he's been dealing with.
Yeah, like from angsty tiefling in the corner who like scoffs at everything and has her eyes rolled back to her head and
Yeah, Babette does not know how to handle Rue yet.
And the other thing is that Babette would have known Lib as Rue because
Yeah.
Lib told her name to you.
this
Mhm.
is Rue, other Rue.
Right, and we're just talking
Now
to her
you
like
don't know which one is the other.
Yeah. She's
I'll
just
be right
she's gonna talk about it with you guys later.
Listen, one of them is called the Lieutenant, okay? That's the only thing that differentiates.
And I don't want to be in charge of any wars.
Or swabbing the deck.
I'll help you swab the deck. Do you need help?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's also, change the pace from killing people, which that was like the main thing. That's why Zell is sad. It's like he's killed people. Rue doesn't know that. I don't know if I should even talk about it.
Before we all head out, Zarma would be like, Rhea,
Mm.
no, how have you been?
Oh, just doing stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Making friends, traveling, hanging out, just stuff.
I'm back.
Oh, well, if if you didn't want to tell a story about it, that's fine.
No, I would love. I just how are you?
Eh,
Good
trying to work on being a little bit
looking.
better, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know that you have nothing to worry about. At least, like, I don't mean to put it like so simply. Just you know, nothing could ever make me stop loving you guys. So, I mean, don't worry. And just like I told Zale, you guys are just doing your best, and I'm sure that you have each other in mind, and you're trying your best.
I've missed you, Rue.
I missed you too. I have a question, but I know how you get when I start asking you questions. And
Mm.
I don't know if I should ask or just leave it alone, or
Is it the age thing, or
I mean, don't get me wrong, you look very handsome.
Mm.
But you know, are you okay with looking so handsome?
It's just one of those things that I think I would just have less time with you all. That's all.
Don't worry, because I will not let you miss out on anything when it comes to your handsomeness.
Zell kind of comes up, like, kind of laughs, like, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, you told me not to call him old. So, I just want you to know that as soon as I find what I need, you can go back to being the youngest.
You don't have to go out of your way for it, though.
Oh, no, it's really like not that much. And then she'll pull out this little piece of paper. I just need one steel-backed scorpion tail, one black adder, and one dead dire wolf spider.
Is that what you talked to Lady Kiana about?
Well, kinda, but it wasn't really like my intention. She just kind of was like, hey, friend. And I was like, hi, friend. And then she was like, I heard you like to cook. And I was like, I love cooking. And then she gave me this recipe.
Well, yeah, I have been trying to learn how to cook, but I'm still not great at it yet.
We can learn together.
Sounds great.
But, don't worry. I told her I'd bring her a recipe back, so we gotta look out for really cool recipes. Cause like, I told her, you know.
I guess you talked to a lot of fey people, and then you talked about talking to fairies.
Oh my gosh, they're so funny.
I bet. They kind of
They
rubbed off on
are.
you.
They do like pranks, and there was like this one time where like 5 or 6 of them got into like this roasting competition, and it was like I was like, all like if any of them said that joke about me, I might cry. But then I learned like nobody really meant anything by it, and then they were all just like nice and happy, and I like that. You know, you don't get your feelings hurt because like nobody ever means anything by it, and no one wants to hurt anybody. So
All the fairies I've met have never been particularly talkative.
these ones wouldn't shut up. That bet.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
That's actually kind of smiling a little bit.
I mean, for the all benevolent rude to get annoyed at too much talking, that must have been a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, you sure are. How were your vows?
They're fine.
Explosive, I heard.
Did you blow up your wedding too?
Well, he didn't blow it up.
It just
Guys are
happened to be
around a lot of
when the
explosions.
explosion happened.
Yeah, that seemed to kind of follow us.
All right, Zarbin. Be honest. She beautiful.
Oh, I don't know if I.
Oh yeah, you
her
haven't met her.
personally.
Have you met her, Babette?
I have. We saved
she
a lot
pretty?
of people together. Yeah, she looks something like this, and then Babette's just gonna change into Wisteria.
And you see
In it for
Zell,
another people.
Yeah.
it's hold on, I'm gonna roll fucking something.
I think I got a picture that I can show.
And you guys saved people?
Almost a large portion of them.
That's
These-
nice.
You see Zell, he did not hide it well, because I don't think it beats anybody's passive. His ears turn red a little bit, and he kind of like looks away.
Babette's just gonna take a mental note of that. And then change back into human Babette. Which I feel like Rue would probably know that changelings don't look like humans. So you would know that she's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Wisteria is this.
Well, I know I'm giving you a lot of guff about it. But I mean, like, if someone walks into your life and they make you happy, I can't be mad. And she sounds cool because she's saving people, so.
No,
Just, if you guys ever do, like, one of those, like, part 2 weddings, can I come?
of course. Of course.
I would
Uh,
actually like to attend the ceremony proper.
Yeah. We'll see. I would like a redo.
I bet she would like a redo if you guys, you know, had an explosion.
Yeah, and among other things.
Sounds like a rough wedding day.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I just.
You just blush when you're near her.
Oh, shut up.
Ooh.
And he just starts poking you. Stop it.
Hey,
Stop!
Me! You're in love!
Shut up!
You're in love!
He's poking harder.
I'm gonna go to the other side of Zarman. He's in love.
Get you back here.
Babette, protect me!
They're just at it again, but it's fine.
And this is like the first time Bobette, or even I think even Hanu, has just seen Zell act like his age.
Yeah, Babette's like genuinely like, what the hell?
And he just kind of stopped for a bit, just chuckling. And then he kind of looks at Rue and kind of just like looking down, kind of shy. It's like, it's really that obvious?
Well, it wasn't until Babette turned into her. But then it was really obvious.
No.
Like, disappointingly obvious, Sale. Come on.
Listen, I can be stealthy when I need to be, but for some reason, when I want to be more stealthy, it just doesn't happen.
He's in love.
Nah.
Woo!
She's gonna play some Here Comes the Bride on her flute.
Oh,
Here comes the bride. Do 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 do.
Doo-doo, here comes the bride. Doo-doo-doo,
I hope a bee doesn't start swarming around here.
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Darman, are you gonna get married?
I don't know.
Do you wanna get married?
Zarman shrugs.
That's fair. Babette, do you wanna get married?
To be honest, I found the paperwork just daunting. Doesn't seem worth it.
You have to do paperwork to get married?
Legally, yes.
I don't wanna do
Oh,
anything
that's
that's
weird.
illegal.
wait. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean about what?
I mean, why? Is there someone you met?
I've met lots of people.
Anybody
Fine.
that you want to get married to?
Yeah.
No. She'll sink into her seat.
oh. Oh.
Just for people.
Uh-huh.
I am not a one man kind of gal, okay? I love everyone equally.
Uh-huh. Mm. this is working.
Hey, look, it's a bird! And she's gonna hide under the table.
Flip.
Mhm.
Why is this reminding me of that moment where everybody was going out the ship window?
What? Who would go through ship windows?
Chance still needing that moment.
Mhm.
Nick.
Well, I seem to be understanding this dynamic a little better.
Oh, really?
But it makes you want to join it.
Not particularly, no.
Oh.
It's like, oh hell no, not with the 10-foot pole.
we
But at least now I understand that you're the spark that keeps the flame in these two going.
I'm gonna do the cantrip produce flame. Like a
Amber, Amber will also do the cantrip to produce flame, just like this.
She's gonna
But
try to
not
start
any
doing
spark
flame
can start
cat.
any fire. Yours is special.
No,
Is
she
it because
is.
it's pink?
Yes, because it's pink.
Pink's pretty.
Oh man. But yes, dear, I would like you to meet her. She could be abrasive at first, but knowing you, I think you two would get along quite
You've
well.
got quite a fiery
know how you
personality.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think fiery is an understatement, but yes. But
Glad to see your eyebrows have grown back, Sale.
hey, it wasn't even that bad.
I bet he looked funny without eyebrows.
No, my eyebrows were still intact.
We
Not
could
according to
find
my
out.
We
Thank
both
you.
hold our produced flames closer to
Hey, listen.
explosions.
Okay, I don't like explosions.
That's not what I've heard so far.
I don't. I
Well,
like.
I mean, to be fair, they found him. He didn't, seek
Yeah,
him out.
see, Zarman doesn't agree.
I am not a big believer in coincidence.
Okay, I might have an affinity towards them, but it doesn't mean I want them.
Did you know that one time when we were kids, Zale was playing with firecrackers in the backyard and he started to burn down the restaurant?
Listen, I was experimenting on them.
There's like
Oh.
this little corner in the house that still is burnt up.
Yeah.
Arthur made him scrub the walls for like 6 hours, and it's still rough.
I really can't see Arthur doing that.
This.
No,
Arthur did all sorts of stuff. Like
Wait.
Arthur grounded me one time for dancing on top of the tables, but I wasn't doing it any weird way. I was just trying to make the place more money.
Wait.
um,
There's, there's more of you?
Oh my gosh, Arthur is like our dad.
Rue, they actually know a different Arthur.
Oh, it's one of. Okay, it's this bullshit. Good to know.
Yeah.
And exactly what bullshit, as you call it, is that?
That's
Okay.
what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. So, Ember, do you know what time travel is?
I'm familiar with the concept.
Really?
The concept.
Okay, what if you said that was actually real and actually happened?
Hogswash.
Well, we're actually from 15 years in the past, and we came here.
He'll stop for a second and look around where you guys actually are and think about the mentioning of you guys having met him before now, but actually after now, and the cogs will turn and he'll, oh, fascinating.
Yeah. I think you got it with the whole how Suntown kind of works.
I was gonna say, if anyone's gonna pick up on the concept, it's gonna be somebody who's here already.
Mm-hmm. Just say more. You don't go back to where you came out at the same time.
Yes. And this has what to do with two or more of the same person?
Well,
Yeah.
time has different lines that branch off kind of like a tree. It has different branching roots and branches.
Say branches one more time.
Branches.
I don't think we got it the first 3 times.
Gotcha. Any case, you could sometimes cross over to a different branch. As it came to be, this particular branch of time we're on right now, 3 Arthurs are now in.
What?
Maybe 4.
It's a long story.
Yeah.
We have 3 dads?
No, one. The other
one.
2 are friends.
Yeah, they're different than our Arthur.
Arthur's Arthur.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard to
just think of it as if there was another me. It's not quite the same person.
More in the sense of like brothers.
Oh, like when Babette was like me.
Yeah,
Hard
kind
to
of like that.
say.
Kind of like that. But
I
Except
might act
not.
and look like you, but
exactly,
that's
Ember.
not you.
Except not.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it is, but it isn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of think of like brothers. They're brothers, but each brother is different.
Arthur has brothers?
In a sense.
I think you're confusing the child.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it simplify, but it's hard. Yeah, if we can't really simplify
Are
these
they
things.
all like old?
No,
No.
actually, one's young, who's around actually our age.
How young?
20.
It's a baby Arthur.
He's kind of a. I don't know how to describe him.
He certainly
Cocky?
is.
I can't tell if they're just super cocky or if he's just so full of himself. Maybe we call him A, call him B.
I mean, if it's Arthur but younger, I feel like that kind of makes sense.
You know, honestly, that makes.
Oh.
You're right about that. But
Interesting.
Probably wise to bring her up to speed about Arthur and his relation, the family tree.
Oh, this is getting good.
So,
Ember's
that
gonna
idea.
sit down.
I just like the idea he actually like pulls out like seeds and starts popping kernels.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
have some?
Oh, of
And-
course, help yourself.
and
Okay.
we'll just explain everything in detail.
Arthur
Hi,
and
Travel.
Tirana are siblings.
Yeah, and Arthur and Toronto are siblings.
Newly, they're just still trying to figure out that fact, so don't. It's still a touchy subject. Don't bring up brother.
Wait, which Arthur?
Technically all of them.
Technically all of
But like, wait. So we have 3 Arthurs on the boat? Oh wait,
we
there's
are
no
on-
boat.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
We're in
oh,
Hearthfine.
it's a lot of explosions, you guys.
I don't get it either.
She will mindlessly reach out to give a hug, not knowing what she's doing. She's still slightly zoned out, but you have like a half hug with the shoulder rub
Mm.
to Rue.
Interesting.
It's okay, Hanu. Don't worry. I've got you.
Thank you. Sometimes I need to be angry.
You're. I'll just gently run my fingers through Hanu's hair while we're hugging. Just give her all the soft.
She gives you a scritch, which adds a 35 hug now.
Oh, wow.
So good, so good. Wait,
That
a
is
little
one
bit,
hell
a
of
little
a
bit.
hug.
Ah, right there.
But Zell does keep things like
Your
doesn't say, like,
murderous habits.
no, he keeps things where he doesn't talk about Shutterspace. He seems to say that the recent Arthur came just recently with us.
Just
But he,
glazes over that.
mm-hmm.
I have no insight, so I just yep. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And Zale's
Amber,
the
though.
one. Zale's the one talking about it.
Yeah.
No, he's
Okay.
he's summarizing, not
cool.
completely detailed, but he's
Yep,
summarizing
that-
well
that's
nothing
cool.
done.
As long as I know it was Zale doing it. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm very
So-
curious as to that insight.
Mhm.
Solid insight you got there, Ember.
Oh, yeah.
23.
Oh yeah.
I am a transparent piece of paper.
Hmm.
But yeah, and Zell kind of, after explaining all that, so that's why we have 3 Arthurs.
Mm. That's a lot. I just met a dragon.
That's something. Even though I think dragons will
They
be extinct.
they that's actually a little bit more concerning, honestly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why so?
Oh, well,
Did you say dragon?
well, I mean, honey,
Mm-hmm.
dragons don't exist anymore. Not for thousands of
Nonsense.
years.
Are you saying I'm lying?
I'm not saying lying, I'm just...
Are you calling me a fibber?
No, it just leads to more
No, it's
questions
just
to where you've been.
yeah.
Oh. It
Didn't she say
was...
off with the fairies?
Yeah. Oh, it was kind of after the fairies, but before the shrub. And wait, no, after the shrub. And then hold on. It was then there was the tavern. And then there was the witch. But the dragon was one of my favorites.
Did the dragon have a long beard? Or just big wings?
He was very large.
I mean,
He had some wispies.
time travel should
Um,
not technically exist, so there has to be at least a place where a dragon found shelter. It's just
he
far
was
off.
happy there. It was just very cloudy.
Did it crackle when it spoke?
Yeah, he liked to sing with me.
Huh.
A singing dragon.
I mean, the thunder does rumble.
What color was he?
Like blue
Huh.
and white.
Huh.
He couldn't like move much because like the place that I found him, he kind of like took up like the whole place, you know?
I'm just frantically writing down notes.
Not all dragons are bad. There was 2.
No, he was great. He was
Mhm.
so nice, and he helped me find a song.
Yep.
Well, I'm not saying all dragons are bad, I'm just
Not
meeting
all
one.
dragons are bad.
No, I'll just... That's actually super cool, the Mia dragon. The one that's actually, you know, still here. Still
He's
wherever
very
it was.
wise.
I bet. I bet.
I was
Probably-
like, why are you hanging out with little me? I don't know anything. And he was like, well, I know so much, so let's hang out. And I was like, oh, you're so nice. And he's like, you want this flute? And I said, okay. So then I played him my songs.
Oh my
Can
goodness.
can you play us a song?
Yeah. I've been practicing. I'm gonna play a song called the Dragon Song, but without the magical effect of it.
Oh, it starts with magical explosion.
And from the sky descended lightning.
Yeah.
But while I'm playing it, you feel awfully like bolstered and you know, you kind of like have a little bit of a quicker pep in your step.
Fired even?
What?
Inspired even?
Oh, no, not inspired, but you actually like feel a little bit more hardy.
Ooh.
You feel so good. Dun, 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 dun. You gain 5 temporary hit points by listening to my song.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah.
Alright.
It does some other stuff too, but I kind of took out that part of the song because I don't think you want to be like thrown out the window.
What?
Yeah, I've done enough jumping out windows.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm fine with not
Oh,
falling
I
again.
can also and then she'll start speaking Sylvan. And then she'll switch over to Gith.
Rue? What
And then
language are you
She starts
speaking?
speaking in Infernal.
Okay, that one I
She
know.
always knew.
I was like, okay, that one I know.
He taught me lots of cool languages.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Norman and Draconic would say, "Oh, you were always a quick learner."
Yeah,
Very
but not
much
as
so.
good of a reader as you in Draconic.
Norman shrugs.
Well, I mean, that's awesome, Rue.
And
To be
then
honest, I'm very curious as to where exactly it was that you met all of these people and then were able to just appear in the space where the other tiefling named Rue was.
We'll talk about that some other time.
she's still using my
There's a
name.
lot. Yeah.
Oh my
She
goodness.
learned her own.
Learning
Well,
is not the
she's
same as
still.
accepting. There's a lot
Yeah,
that
she's
she's.
still afraid of things.
She's a little struggle bus. Hashtag calling the kettle black.
What's a bus? Actually, no, I know
Oh,
what a bus is
it's
now.
this big old thing that takes a bunch of people, and there's some of them that go to different taverns, and it's called a pub crawl.
Oh
So
no.
that was the bus in 1983. That was the first. That was the first, and that slipped because Zell has not mentioned anything about saying 1983 to you.
1983.
Shit. I mean, yeah. Wow.
Did you
As soon
mean?
as Dale
And then
said
she'll
shit,
say
Norman just
it-
Yeah.
walks away.
Yeah, Babette just like face palms.
Darman. Darman. Darman's walking away.
I'm looking for the pyro list, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we better go look for the toad.
No, 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 no. You've let it slip now. I believe
He can
little
deal with
sister
it.
deserves to know.
And I believe that
I
you are
think
very
Ember's
interested in
right on
yourself.
this.
So like, size like slumps down.
And Babette has that same look of, you got yourself into this mess, you get out of it, that she had in Griffin's Perch multiple times.
Yeah, and he's just like, in the face of like, I know shit, and
Yeah, it's very much
Look,
a fuck off Babette
okay.
face that you give her.
yeah.
If you guys aren't ready to tell me about stuff,
No,
that's okay. Like, no,
It's one of those
Really,
things that we might want to talk about back at Rosemary's, is what I'm thinking.
yeah.
that's okay. And then she's gonna grab Zale's hand. Look, okay, it's been a really hard month and super weird and scary and sometimes not scary. And from what you've told me, you guys have been through a lot. So just if there's stuff you gotta process, just process and you know just tell me when you're ready.
It's not that. I processed already. It's just more of. I don't know. I'm just
A
worried.
new player has entered.
No, I'm just worried. It's of you finding out. I'm going to tell you. I'm not
I
gonna
have
keep it
a
from
magic trick that if you want, you could just tell me, and then if you regret telling me, you make
No,
it,
I-
or you didn't tell me.
I I want to regret it. It's just more I'm afraid of how you feel afterwards. But I don't want to forget.
Like
wanna
I
fix-
told Zarman,
I
nothing is
know.
gonna keep me from loving you guys.
I know.
Being ridiculous.
Maybe I am.
Everyone's in agreement.
Maybe I am. But it's just. I will tell you. Especially when we get to Rosemary.
Okay,
So don't worry about that.
you guys want to have some snacks?
I
Snacks?
have one question.
Go ahead, Ember.
He'll sort of sniff the air a little bit. Why am I getting the faint whiff of cow?
Mm.
Of cow.
Cow or cow?
Moo.
Okay.
But anyway, I think I know the punchline. I'll be over this way.
Is it because there's some... Arthur's told me I couldn't say this word. Is it because there's some bullshit?
No, I mean, I literally smell cow.
That.
Well,
Sell.
that's because Ace is somewhere.
Cell starts like sniffing the air. Do I smell a cow? Cell's kind of sniffs like.
I think it's the steak from 3 Tales Over.
Dale,
Yes.
where's Ace?
Oh, you mean cack?
Where's
Cat.
Cack? Ace is dead.
Wow.
With that, you do get the sad look.
Dee- dee-
No, he didn't die. He didn't die. He left for a
Joe
while.
would still have that note in his
Mhm.
pocket.
No, he knows. So would say he left for a while.
Kek is soul searching, trying to understand himself in various ways.
I should go
Exactly.
take him to see the dragon.
I think he would like that.
When he comes back, he's not with us anymore.
So you make it sound like he's dead.
No,
I'm confused.
he's
Is
not.
he dead or not?
No,
He's not dead. He
dead.
went to go process some things away from the group because
Yeah.
processing things with this group is occasionally a clusterfuck.
Understatement, but yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
He'll be back.
Oh,
Will he?
I actually do. She pulls out a coin. I do have a messenger bird if you ever want to send him a letter.
Really?
I'll be sending him some stuff like throughout the week, just random animal facts, and I think he'd appreciate if you regaled him with some story of some sorts.
Will you tell me when you send something and I can just give it to you?
I will. No worries.
Okay.
And he can so kind of like slap his face a little bit. All right, done with sad things. Let's do happy things. Let's find this gnome on the toad, or toad on a gnome, or
No,
You
keep
it's
saying-
home.
Oh.
Wait.
You keep saying toad. It's toad.
No. I think he got
I am
this
doing it on
right,
purpose.
guys. No, I think if he says it wrong, this gnome is gonna feel offended and speak
Yeah,
up.
I can say it on purpose.
Smart idea.
I'm trying to make him think upset. I'm glad someone picked it up.
It's like, guys.
I'm glad Sapphire was the one who picked up
Yeah.
what Dylan was doing.
Yeah, I was still gonna like bring it up a little bit earlier, but I was like, perfect, now's the time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes gnomes are very proud of. Yes, so.
I mean,
yes.
best way to fund targets, it's a low amount.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So,
I could also just augury to see where the best direction would be. At least they're not going north or south or well, actually.
I mean, if you want to.
Is that something you can do?
Yeah. Just give me 10 minutes if you want me to not waste my spell energy.
Sure, go on ahead. I
Actually-
mean, better have a general direction where we're going.
I mean, it's more or less a percentage of success. So it needs to be a very directly worded question. I mean, if
I
you want to
guess-
know if the where the tuna school is, I can probably definitely tell you right off the bat where it could be. No augury intended, but whenever it's something pinpoint to location, definitely need to word it. Would it be better if we go this direction or that, and see what the results would be?
I guess the main thing to think about would be, what do you think? I mean, we don't know this town really.
Oh, wait, I can also divination too. But that feels like cheating, honestly.
That's,
I mean, do you want to ask him about it?
She looks up at the sky. I feel like the voices of above, the spirits, are quiet right now. I can't explain it. It's like they stepped away for a moment.
Ember will also look up, trying to see what Hano is seeing.
I will also look up.
Interesting.
Look at that cloud formation over there.
It looks like a
Cloud blink.
turtle!
Oh, perfect.
The cloud blinks. Did that cow just blink at us? Huh. Strange place indeed.
I feel like that means that we're on our own with this.
Well,
That's fine.
yeah,
People
more fun.
like you, I'm sure, more than capable of finding what you need.
So just kind of like slowly kind of laughs. We stumble into it.
I already have everything I need.
Well,
Everything.
I even have more so now that you're here.
He'll just give a smile and a nod at that.
It
Such a
looks like
sweet
you can look through
child.
my world as Venus. I'm not a child! I'm like 20!
It's not a term meant for offense. It's very much a term of endearment.
Ember is actually almost as old as myself, as old as the deserts.
Does that mean I'm not too old to play hide and seek anymore?
You're never too old.
you never told to
too
play
old.
We're all saying the same thing.
Just no.
Whatever keeps that fire burning bright is the thing that you should do.
My fire says I'm hungry, and can I open my cloche of surprise treats?
Would you like a good berry? And he will offer you one.
Sure. Can I offer you something?
It depends on what you're offering.
I'm offering you apparently a hero's feast as I pull out this platter and take off the top.
Oh
I
my.
think that could feed a small village. What?
What?
Bone apple teeth, everybody!
Well, I guess we're waiting a little longer.
I guess.
Okay.
What? Huh?
May I?
Go with
Of course! It's cookies and tarts and pies and cake and lollipops.
I feel like this gave me a
And
stomachache.
Everybody has some matcha green tea in them.
She'll
Uh-huh.
slowly feed her bird and look to Zale. The best way to surf is just let the wave take you. No questions asked.
I mean, I guess I could wolf out a little bit.
Um. Hmm.
Ember's gonna narrow his eyes at Zale.
It was a joke. Good one.
Yes.
I'm not good at this joke thing.
Tasteless as Babette takes a tart.
Zell just kind of eats kind of sadly. It's like,
It
Come on.
tastes like whatever your like most home-like sweet treat would be.
Eliza's mom's
Mm.
pies.
Roost cooking.
I'm guessing that the kids at the orphanage ate well if you're capable of doing this.
Well, we didn't really grow up in an orphanage. It was just us three.
Ooh, we were adopted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Finger guns.
fascinating.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember now. I think it was Arthur. We were in an orphanage for a little bit, but I think I was too small and Rue was too small to remember that.
I was a baby.
Mm-hmm. I was, I think, 2 at the time.
And then she'll kind of like wrap her arm through Zarmin's. This guy showed up.
Summon avoids eye contact. Mm,
Rue?
What?
Nothing. Yes, and Arthur joined us, a little bit later in our lives, and we all grew up in a little small village, little island village. I
Beat up a bunch of kids.
Oh, you were a little shithead as a kid.
The
I was a
shittiest of heads.
Listen,
I
I know
was
sometimes words is the best way to work through situations, but if they keep on using mean words and not changing, well, words probably aren't going to change them.
bum. And I was a
They kind of deserved it. They were being mean. I mean, I don't think they deserved, but I swear, if they said one more thing, I might have done it myself.
Some people need to get. She takes a long consideration of wording this properly. Their butt kicked.
Oh, they got their
Ember will
butts
nod wisely. Yes, sometimes actions speak louder than words, and sometimes those actions can hurt more than words.
oh, I'm just glad it didn't go too far.
Mm-hmm. In other
Again, I was
ways,
a very, as I explained before, a very different kid than I want. Very different person, really.
But
But,
he had the biggest heart. Don't let him fool you. You tell him one sappy story and he was crying with the rest of us.
I feel like Zale can best be compared to a chrysalis. It took him a little bit longer to show his wings, but they did.
Tends to happen when you're lost.
Zell looks really fucking complicated face right now. There's a thing is just like kind of accepting what you guys are talking about, but there's a look of like uncertainty. But he kind of,
So, do you feel lost?
I mean, how do you guys? I don't feel lost when I'm with you. I'm dominant, but
That means he feels lost but doesn't want to make you feel bad.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make me feel bad a lot.
I think it's less than a feeling and more of the truth.
You're so wise.
Yeah. This is really fucking new to me.
I hang out with people like Ember, where I was from.
Good. It's always good to have wise people who can tell you the hard
Not
truth.
as wise as your dragon friend, though.
I don't expect anything that's wise as a dragon, except for maybe a god, but
Well, I feel like I know how to make you feel wiser. And she will walk behind you, grab your long hair, and put it in front of your face so it looks like a really long sage beard. Think deep, introspect.
I think that's how you should wear your hair.
Also, you
So-
need to give a very slow nod at times.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
what
making
Moochie
yourself
did.
look like a smart person makes you feel pretty smart.
say I'm not
Like
smart.
when you put on those glasses.
Exactly. But honestly, I think that that kind of academic doesn't suit me. It's more Eliza's cup of tea.
Did you know that that enchantress lady had or is a daughter?
I mean, most people are daughters.
Yeah, but she could be a mama.
What?
Yeah. There's well, Gehenna said that a mommy and a daughter lived with her.
Oh.
And I tried to ask her if the enchantress was the mom or the daughter, and I got that like vague wise answer, you know? Where you're just like, huh, I
What
gotta
was
think about this.
what was the answer?
A laugh in the trees? But like
Huh.
it's okay because like apparently like a lot of people are the enchantress, you know?
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Is
Like
this another time incident? Or is
No,
this
no,
like
no, no, no.
her? And he'll point to the bed.
I think I'm getting what you're trying to say, Rue. I think
it's more like
neither.
the hermit.
Ah!
Yeah.
Very well.
It's a title as opposed to a person.
Yeah. I think it's so that the enchantress can help like probably more people.
She cocks her head to the side as you mention that. Like, huh. It's not very common knowledge. Only I'm
These are the smart ones.
recently figuring that out. Good to know.
Yeah, that kind of narrows down little things.
She's really nice.
Have you met the hermit? Or somebody else?
I think she met the enchantress.
Enchantress? Oh,
Yeah.
She didn't seem like a bad
No,
person.
Gehenna.
Gehenna?
Ah,
I mean, I only talked to the enchantress when I was with you guys. So,
okay. I mean, if it's are interesting, I mean, you say she's nice, then she must be really nice.
she let me have stuff.
Not bad. And yeah, I mean, in Ember, you're right. Ember's right. I still feel very lost.
Are you looking for like your home?
That I don't know.
She will tell Rue in Celestial, 'cause she knows you understand that. He wants to look into the mirror and recognize what he's seeing. Accepting it. And
You mean this mirror? And she will just like kind of slyly move her hand towards the mirror she has.
So,
Doesn't
Oh.
Babette have the thing with that?
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
is that
we'll
mirror
see.
facing Babette?
We'll
And
fucking
is she
see.
So-
within 10 feet of it?
so
I
like,
mean, we're all at
The
the same
mirror's
table.
always covered. The mirror's always covered.
Oh,
Okay.
is it that mirror?
Rue is way too scared to look into it, so she
Oh,
keeps
okay.
it covered.
Yeah, no, if you've got anything shiny and Babette sees herself in it, I'm gonna have to roll a check.
But Bet's a bird now. We'll fucking get it.
Shoot! But that shoot!
oh man.
Start flopping around.
But Zell kind of doesn't really open it, but he kind of just taps it, and it's like, honestly, this made me feel even more lost than I wanted.
Well, that's what I kind of figured.
And I don't know. Every time I get any information on it, it just feels like most stuff get me lost and actually getting close to the truth.
Well, she'll flick you in the back of the head. Or actually on the side of
Ow.
the cheek. Just realize where you're standing right now. That's the only important thing you need to know.
Of course I know. Home with you guys. Home is with you guys, but I just want to know who I am.
She flicks you again.
Ow!
Right now you're annoyed. Focus on
I'll
that.
bite you. You flick me
Listen
again.
here. You little
One is right.
punk. She ruffles your hair.
Sometimes things are like big old puzzles, and basically what you've done is turn the box upside down and spill it all over the floor. It's gonna look like a lot, but I mean, sometimes you can only get the edges done. Sometimes you figure out like some weird part and you kind of get a sense of where it fits in it. Just give it time. You'll solve it. You've got it.
And sometimes you look at the puzzle and think, wow, this is incredibly complicated. And when you complete it, you go, oh, it was that easy?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. I guess this is a mix of wanting to find out and then if I truly want to know the answer to that question.
If you really keep on thinking about it, you're never gonna find the answer. It just passed you by because you're way too focused on a possibility. Okay?
Yeah, stay in the present, I know.
But the best part is that whatever that puzzle all adds up to, it's still who you are today. You know, like you're technically the completed puzzle already. So, I mean,
No,
you should just be happy that you get to be a puzzle.
No, you're right. And I am happy. I'm not. It's more of a annoying frustration I get at it, but I am happy.
Like when you get gum in your hair.
Yes, when you get gum in your hand. It's just. I want to know. And it's frustrating not knowing, but I'm not happy. And I'm happy with you guys. I'm happy you guys are all here. Happy doing what we're doing. I just.
Are we all happy, though? Or can we just all be like figuring out all this stuff together?
I mean. Let's try what's home. Always stick together and figure out a lot of things. That's why I'm not. That's why I want to explain things properly to everybody,
Yeah.
because it's best that everybody knows. Here we are. I know kind of looks about that. I know some of me have recent additions and everything, but became part of this kind of family already. So
Do you feel less authentic because you don't know?
no, you guys make me feel authentic. I am the Wolfle.
This is
Little kid from Kohiko who went to ruins and now became a I don't know what we are, heroes, adventurers. Will they like everything? I don't know. But no, I know who I am. I just the past interests me.
That's fair. Just want to make sure you don't like get so convoluted in whatever the past was that you don't focus on what's happening in front of you.
Is Zale saying that to appease
but-
Rue, or is he actually like sincerely believe it, like that's sincere and from the heart?
Girl, insight. Insight.
I'm not even gonna bother because my inside shit.
Fuck. Apparently mine is too.
Time for insight.
Does Ember really need to roll
It-
this?
But
No, you have
that,
a 23.
Babette is way too concerned with the fact that
Yeah, so I don't know,
there's
25.
a hair mustache on Zale, and it's really clashing with his look. Because she still hasn't moved that hair from him.
to Zarman and Ember. He is being truthful from the heart.
I am appeased no matter what.
Mhm.
So Ember's gonna just lean over to Rue and just. He got married. Do you really think he's not in the here and now?
That's true.
Well, I mean, speaking of which, it was actually that person that kind of helped iron that in.
Because you're in love.
Ugh, he just kind of like sighs, but
Having love is a great thing.
it is. It's nice. It
You
grounds
know,
you.
I'm gonna tell her that all you do whenever I bring her up is sigh and scoff,
I don't
and you
scoff.
just seem so upset that you're so married. I don't think your Spitfire wife is gonna appreciate that very much.
No, no, I really like her.
Like or love.
I don't know.
You got married to somebody you don't love?
You're putting him a little on the spot there, but you know, he did make that decision.
Look, I just think that if you say that you're gonna cherish them till death do us part, you better love them, because that's a lot of commitment.
No, it's not. I think I do. I'm still getting used to that feeling, that different kind of feeling of love.
He's still a butterfly learning how his wings work. Give it time. She glances to everybody.
You're just a big old softie.
Huh. Yeah, I guess I am. I mean, I'll just blame you. It's your fault.
I'm happy that that is my fault.
I'm sure you are.
Some of you are too rough on the edges, and I'm gonna elbow Zarman a little bit.
Summer still hadn't made eye contact.
He's working on it.
He's always working on it, I know. I just like giving you guys guff. I don't mean anything by anything.
Of
I'm
course.
happy to finally see you guys. It's been a while. I have like a month to catch up on.
Of course, and we're happy to see you too.
Mm.
And honestly, I've been enjoying this conversation. It's been nice. Honestly, nice change of pace.
After a while, she puts your hair back and starts braiding it, glances over to Ember. So does this Paralisk fancy any topics like, nature or history?
Hopefully not politics.
I'm bad with
Anything but
that one.
politics.
He'll just nod his head.
I mean, because they could be looking at some monuments right now, or if it's nature, I'm did see a few flowers nearby. Could be glancing at those. Or if they like philosophy, they're probably playing Dragon Chess right now.
To be honest, I came here seeking it because I'd heard something about a place where lost animals were taken in.
Mm.
The
I mean,
farm
that
where the
sounds-
family dog goes to kind of lost animals, or actually lost ones?
Okay, that's just sad.
Are you talking about Scruffy?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no.
Zell like
Oh my
under the
God.
table.
Ruffy,
Zell under the table like nudges you with his foot. It's like shh.
Scruffy.
Oh, he was
Do
so
tell.
cute. We had him for 10 years, and he was already 5 years old at that point. And he was so cute and gray, and, you know, he didn't move a lot because he was just a tired little old man. And then one day, Arthur was like, hey, I took Scruffy to the farm, and he just loved it so much there that he asked me if he could stay. And I was like, really? He wants to stay at the farm? And Arthur was like, yep. And I was like, okay. And then, a couple of weeks later, I went to go visit. And I don't know, maybe like he didn't want to be at that farm anymore or something. Maybe he went to another farm.
That deception check was for Babette to keep her cool. Nobody knows that she's trying not to laugh.
Zell's on the other hand where he's like he can't he's like definitely like biting
Yeah.
his lip.
Yeah, Babette is just like, oh my goodness, like nodding along, like, wow, I bet he
He was
just
so
moved
cute,
to another
Babette.
farm.
Ember's gonna glance over at Honu just to get her general
And then Zell was
feelings towards the situation.
Yeah, and Babette's just, yeah, oh my goodness, you'll have to tell me about him. And just like,
She's distracted with you.
yeah,
Believes you
and is
100%. Just big
just-
old doe eyes.
yeah, just asking you to tell her about this dog and, you know,
Oh.
what are your theories on where it went?
Oh, it doesn't make it good that Zell was the one that buried the dog, but okay. I don't know how that helps Arthur. He was have Zarman do it. He was the next in line.
Yep, so Babette's distracting Rue.
Oh. Or Zell is just having a mental like, oh
yeah,
god, I
she's
buried a
waiting until
dog.
she's waiting until your emotional crisis is over before she lets Rue's attention go elsewhere.
He takes a big swig and then he knocks it down and then he's good.
She just shrugs to Ember, like, what you gonna do?
Okay.
But then,
Oh
Ember's
no!
just gonna- And what type of dog was this?
Well, he was a miniature schnauzer and he had this big old beard.
Interesting.
Maybe he's on the lost animal farm. Maybe he got out of the first farm.
I think what this lost place is animals that wandered away from a rough life.
Oh, he was very happy.
So I think
He
it's
was
a different...
very happy,
He
honey.
definitely wouldn't.
No,
fit
I'm
in
talking
there.
about the farm that's actually in Suntown.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
wandered and they don't know where to go. I mean, we saw it somewhere just similar. That we got shield gesture to the two-headed snake on Zale's shoulders, and then her sleepy owl.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
you actually haven't met her yet.
Honey,
And-
were you thinking what I'm thinking? We should rescue all the animals and make them happy.
Oh no.
Within reason, but yes, love is the medicine that many animals need to be
But
given.
Victor would love to have more friends. Also, and then Victor's gonna fly out of Ember's hands and go near the sepia owl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What was the dog's name? Scruffy?
Scruffy.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Well, his
sure.
full name was Archibald McFluffy Pants Scruffy the Third.
He was very wise, it seems. And sometimes older, wiser dogs need to show other dogs the way.
Like the sage?
Yes,
Yes, very much so.
he's helping other people make sure they're not lost. And what we need to do is make sure these animals don't feel lost. We
He's
need
such
to
a
be the
good
stage.
boy.
Ember's gonna accept that as an answer and not say anymore.
Zell's just like every
You get the feeling,
hit's like a sword to his heart right now.
get
Listen,
the feeling he was about to say something, but he's gonna accept that as an answer.
in her mind, her ancestors who have been dead for many centuries give her advice.
Yeah,
So it's kind of the same. It's kind of the truth for her.
Yep.
It's like. Mhm.
Ember can accept that.
goodness gracious.
But also, she's like, this is not the time for us to be having this conversation.
Yeah, Babette did not know the can of worms she was opening with that
I
comment.
know, it's like,
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
No, that was
No.
great.
that was great. So like recovers and he's like, "Hey, do you want to meet Mimi?" And he takes out his two-headed snake.
She puts her hands out.
She
Where exactly did you find such a magnificent creature?
she goes right to your neck and kind of like a scarf, and then she kind of like does this
Oh.
around you.
it was actually by this one animal handler in Port Valiant who was actually taking care of the Pyrolusk we met. Once we found the Pyrolusk, we were gifted these friends, and this guy, she will scritch her sleepy owl so he wakens up and gives him a little food.
Does he want a cupcake?
Actually, I don't know. Why don't you go ask? And you just give him scritch right down there by the chin.
Can I use my same animal?
Yeah,
handler?
it's a...
Come here.
Like her just get her our pet animals and
Yeah,
then
just-
just around here.
peeps up. It's a little ball of fluff that's in some very fancy silk pajamas right now. Just
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty
blinks.
sure Rue would have noticed, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
as we went into Suntown, a bird landed on Zarman's shoulder, and then as soon as we went in, the bird flew up, and then Zarman was now gonna beckon to the air, and then like through one of the windows, Victor or Vladimir will come
yeah.
in.
Huge eagle.
I love all the new additions to the family.
See?
Right.
Hanu,
I might
Hanu,
need to go
help me make
over there
clothes.
sometime.
Yeah, no.
Port
it's
Valiant,
Thanksday.
you said? Write
Yeah.
some notes down.
Mhm. She'll give you the shop name. It's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be safe now, so should be good there.
Should be safe now.
Yeah.
Did you blow something up over there too?
No. Okay, so crazy thing about that, a lot of undead things and kind of things with different realms were quite evil, trying to kill everybody. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. We stopped it.
Did you
But-
ask if maybe they just wanted a hug?
Well, I mean, if hugs are a lot of bites and trying to bite your torso in half, then yeah.
Okay,
But-
but sometimes Scruffy would bite, but it was because he wanted to play tug of war.
Well, Scuffy was a lovable dog, and he
Was?
just
He
What?
is.
is.
Sometimes when you
Oh,
haven't
man.
talked to somebody in a long time, you refer to them in the past tense because you don't know where they are.
Exactly, and then there's like a look of like, thank God, thank you.
Well,
I couldn't help it, guys. I had to do that. It's a Zell. That was messed up a little there.
Being a
Everything's a
little
can of
too
worms with
matter-of-factly.
this character, y'all.
Got like this bird with a 6-foot wingspan on Zarman's shoulders, trying to eat some food.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I like the idea of Zarman just occasionally hands a piece of the hero feast to Vladimir because he's like, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't know.
oh,
It should be fine now. I mean, you tell her that the paradoxes can, sent you. They should be pretty nice.
Is that our team name?
it was newly coined.
Paradoxes.
Yeah, kind of stuck.
It seems to fit quite nicely.
Mm.
Oh,
Hey, Hanu.
hmm
What does paradox mean?
It means something. Think that you're looking at a circle and told that it has a beginning point. You know it kind of does, because you have to draw it out somewhere, but once you look at it, you realize it ends and begins at the same place.
Are we going back home?
I don't know.
It's...
We were back home for a little bit.
Is everything okay?
It's changed a lot. Now it's actually a pretty big port city.
Wow.
And the lighthouse it's actually under a friend of Zarman's, Deacon. It does kind of like a, I don't know, describe it, like a strip shop, kind of like a fixer upper. Different.
That's cool.
Yeah, we were there for a little bit, and then we got teleported, but
Yeah.
Port Valiant, and that was a thing. But yeah, everything's fine there. Just now there's a lot more people there, so
That's good though.
yeah, I think we also have plans. I think Zarm was setting up that we're gonna make a teleportation circles there and set it up so we can teleport back there whenever we want.
We can teleport?
Yeah, it's getting set up in the atrium. That's a lot of things to explain to you.
It's a greenhouse. Victor, the tiefling, left us behind a headquarters. It has many other places we can teleport to, but we decided to open up. She'll motion over to Zarman, back to Koiko as one of the potential traveling destinations. So you're more than welcome to step out, see how it changed.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm sure they'll
come back the same day. I mean,
They might be a
Giving
little
us a
bit
teleport.
groggy, but
oh, actually, she'll be fine with those teleportations. It's the one use of city ones that gets the feeling. Thankfully, Victor kind of fought ahead of that when I was looking up notes for it. We don't actually get sick from that.
no, that's just only the ones that he has created. This one is a new one. It might take some time for that magic to set in, so for a while.
I mean, off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure we're making a piece of glass that works as teleportation thing, and the glass specifically doesn't have that effect.
So
And nobody even needs to cast a spell, even you just touch
no,
it
what
and
I'm
go.
saying is
Coming
that
back,
the
it
the
does
ones
make you
that
sick.
Victor has connected prior, those won't need the antidote. But if we just set something up right there, I'm pretty sure it's gonna cause, after a while, it's gonna cause some issues.
Maybe just too much, but then eventually we can fix that.
Because that's why in our when we're making the garden stuff, some of the potions for the common will be that antidote potion.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah. If
All
I
right,
remember
so
it correctly.
Then we'll redact that for a little bit and go back saying like, you get a little bit sick, but it's not that bad. It doesn't last that long. So
I get jet lagged.
What's a jet?
I get a flying airship lagged.
well, actually, a jet was 1983 had them along actually in the books. Jethro actually.
He does this to himself.
Honestly.
How about this? Right over here. She makes a really big gesture to Zarm. I mean, not Zarman, Zale. The Will Smith gesture, as you will. Is the most paradox ever. He should be charismatic, but these words, they contradict everything.
I never actually put myself as charismatic.
Am I a paradox?
Of course. I mean, you're one of us.
Am I like charismatic and I'm actually not?
I'm pretty sure you are the top charismatic quality of anybody.
I
Like
was
a
about to
20%,
say.
like 20 for you know,
Yeah,
we're
if they
giving it a
was
scale.
1 out of 10, you'd be a 20.
I mean, yeah. And I'd give
Yeah,
him like
I don't,
about
I
maybe
don't
I-
think you know that
about
1 out of 10 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's no 20.
Yes, I'm concerned about that myself.
Aren't you
Someone.
supposed to be the smartest one?
You know what?
see,
I like about that.
logically contradicting, but still exists. That's who we all are.
Yes, I am.
How are
Point
you like a
taken.
paradox, Hanu?
She stops for a moment. It's like, wait, I never thought about that.
But you're a paradox, because
I
you're part
know,
of the
yeah.
team.
I think it has something to do with the fact that she probably shouldn't be with this group of people, but she is.
Wow. Okay.
What? You shouldn't be with us?
I mean,
I don't mean like that. No. I mean more like it just seems odd that someone like that is with someone like this. Sort of gesture vaguely at Zale and Zaman and Babette.
Okay, if you want to know something really weird, especially you, Rue, I was the one who actually told Victor about Koika. So I'm the reason why you guys are on this adventure, if you want to think about it.
Well then, thank you.
So in a
Yeah.
way, I met you guys before I even did.
You're the reason Zale got a wife.
I mean, he wasn't the one who asked me to go, like, perform the ceremony, because I totally would have. So I might still be a little bit salty about that, too.
Hey, listen, you.
You
I'm
didn't
a-
invite anyone.
I'm getting the impression that he didn't trust a lot of you to be at the wedding.
It's not that. It's
I'm
You don't
getting the
trust
impression that it was a little bit more of a impulse decision.
Yes, very much so what Bobette's saying.
Oh,
I would have invited you guys if I could, but I was on vacation and one thing led to another. I do want to read to you.
Impulse is punching someone in the face when they say something you don't like. It's not getting married when you meet someone for the first time.
You've never been to Griffin's Perch,
Wait.
have you?
you only met her once?
I think they knew each
No,
other
it
for a
was-
little bit.
A week. So
I
I
mean,
rest my case.
she will go back to sitting down and drink tea. I mean, you never really told us too much about that, and I was there for the whole thing.
I mean, you're there for the ending part of it, but
Yeah, what was the glaring decision of why you went through with it, sir? One of you guys asked the question.
Well, just look at what she looked like. She's pretty.
she was the one that asked the question.
She proposed to you?
Yeah.
Cute. I like her. She sounds like a modern woman.
She's.
I'm actually curious to hear about this myself. I was sleeping in a crate around this time.
What?
Why were you sleeping in a
Was that
crate?
like your new home after your home burned down? Were you living in a box?
No, I was actually working to try and prevent the explosion, but he was having fun getting married.
No, actually,
Why weren't you helping trying to stop the explosion?
Because I didn't know about it.
But she knew
wait.
about it.
We were separated.
You're a team.
I know that they went somewhere. I didn't know where they went, and I was with Wisteria. And by the time I found out what was going on, the place was already getting under attack.
Did
In
you
our
lose help with
defense,
the
we
attack?
left you for like an hour
No, you didn't.
And
You left
what-
me for days.
because we were immediately pulled under the.
It wasn't
the-
immediately. You went to talk with this one person, you and Arthur, and you guys didn't come back. So then I was like,
we
okay, I
checked up
guess.
on you. You were still talking to
Were
her.
you-
We thought you'd have some fun,
Uh-huh.
and then
And
we
he
got
didn't.
attacked.
So where did you guys go
and-
before that, then?
We were keeping an eye on you at the bar.
You were at the bar.
You
when I
weren't
was
getting
there.
up. Okay, Rachel's memory is a little bit fuzzy. I'm pretty sure it was like we went and talked to the person, we kept an eye on you, and then kind of
No,
like
you went to
checked
the
in
bar
with you.
first. You went to the bar first, and then you went away. After it was.
Did we?
Yeah, so it was like.
I specifically remember us like keeping an eye on you and
You did
Wisteria.
at the beginning, and then you walked away, and it was
I
me with
think
Wisteria.
it was
What?
also you were going to go
Yay.
place some tables or something. So
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
a
like,
moment
it was
where
like we-
people mutually went
Yeah,
away.
we were keeping an eye on you, sort of, and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden we got like alerted that you were on a tear.
Yeah,
and
so
he just went away, and it was like,
Yeah,
where'd they go?
And then yeah, almost immediately after that we got ambushed.
yeah,
yeah, so
Yeah, it's like we were literally on our way to go get you, and then we got ambushed.
Yeah,
okay, there
'cause-
we go.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
there you go. Yeah, that was
Thank you.
in my
That was
mind.
a Rachel brain fart.
no,
Yeah.
I had to actually
So-
remember too. I was like, no. There was the dude did say, "Your
There's
bro,
one thing I was
stop
missing.
him, please."
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. We were actually on our way to go and get you when we got attacked.
Okay, I
So-
didn't know that.
What had seemed to be happening was on Griffin's Perch there was a secret meeting of this huge group that wanted to make a big statement. So they're like, you know what? Explosives. That's the loudest you can get, at least now, in this day and age. So this was in the work far before we even knew Griffin's Perch was a thing in the sky.
Yeah,
And
they-
then what we did, or at least what they were doing, is they kind of almost like just read the air, performed their own type of augury, knowing that something was off and that they needed to be there. And then we just eventually, I made my way over on the last day, on Friday, because I had some business. It seemed like, just like Lady Gehenna's shop, where everything
You
just
could see
seems to
Beth
go there.
looks like a little salty at you.
Yeah, there's a look at also like Zell's doing that too. It's like,
Yeah, everything just seems to just arrive. Everything lost seems to arrive at Lady Gehenna's. And we just all arrived there. And then we realized what needed to be done. Which was not be invited to Zell's wedding.
there though. And if I remember correctly, you were there for the secession.
Oh yeah, but you didn't invite us proper. We were there.
I didn't know you were there. You were disguised like a half orc.
You didn't
Yeah.
send out wedding invitations?
No. I,
Again,
a
it-
Pualimana of the Coterie Coast, who knows the traditions. Even though I didn't have the spell prepared, but still.
Listen, it was just kind of described that it was kind of already set up when I accepted.
Wait,
That part I don't think I knew.
prepared a wedding before asking you, and you accepted
Your
anyway.
girlfriend seems. I'm sorry. Your wife seems weird.
I'm concerned for your safety at this point.
Yeah.
Out of
Lovely.
out of character. I'm just trying to think. Isn't it a thing that at the casino they just have the
No, they
whole
have a shotgun.
fling wedding thing there?
Yeah, no. So
Yeah, they just set up shotgun weddings, and the off chance this type of shit happened.
So explains like
yeah.
no, it's just a. They already have one set up.
It's a temple to the lovers, and this place
Yeah.
was
That'd be a
known,
waste.
you know.
Yeah, again, if I had to say, I would like a redo of it, where you guys were all
You guys-
invited and it actually was a
You guys
wedding.
hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean, the
And yes, you all
priests.
be invited. Just turn the events kind of just was weird.
I'm pretty sure the priest's name was Elvis. Okay.
That's a strange name.
It is a strange name. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention, honestly.
And where was the brother through all of this? And he'll sort of point to Simon.
At home.
I was still in the main city of Hearthfind learning to cook.
Oh yeah.
Oh, interesting.
We all had different paths, different intentions for that week. Some of us, we were drawn over to Griffin's Perch, while those a little bit further away stayed stalwart. So then when we came back, we at least had something to grab onto.
Mm.
Mm.
Listen, I do, as I said before, one, do it over. I just
No worries.
need to know some things before that happens, because, yeah. If you guys would be all invited, I want you all there. I just want things a little too fast. But... God. He's like
Anu, would
blushing.
you ever get married?
Technically, my ancestors have gotten married, like, so there's 4 marriages that I am aware of.
But would you want to get married?
I mean, if the woman that I'm with wants to, then sure. If not, I'm okay.
Can I come?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Because
Is there a
I am
person
a
you like right now?
because I am a reliable friend.
Hey, Anu, is there a girl you like right now?
I've been too concerned about keeping all of you guys alive.
That's fair.
That's kind of my priority, honestly.
Yeah, but you've
There's
been
a
hanging
lot of
around Maya a lot.
explosions.
Yeah, because she also wants to make sure you guys don't hurt Kelly. I mean, Kelly really did get hurt.
I love you! Ace!
You have a crush on anybody? I saw
love
you walking with Brendan every third period, and I was just wondering, because me and Brendan dated during the summer, so I just was wondering if you were trying to change.
Oh
Listen,
my
their sister came
God.
back from her forage exchange program. A lot
Oh.
happened. This guy went to
Oh.
Vegas for a spring break.
I love
Oh,
it!
winter break, sorry.
Yeah, and as this entire conversation is happening, Zarma's just awkwardly scratching Vladimir. Zarma's
But-
like, I literally could not care any less about this conversation right now.
It is so great though, because this is like the first time like we're just talking like normal kids. It is great.
God damn it.
I love it. I love it so much. I don't know when it got to this point. I love it. But so it's like he just nods. I still don't like the fucking sandbags you threw at me. Those things are heavy.
That's because you need to be aware of your surroundings, but you're so focused on who am I that you got hit by a sandbag. I don't blame her.
Okay. I mean, it definitely, in a sense, knocked some sense into me, but
Uh-huh.
those things are heavy.
That's because you're supposed to kick them. You're not supposed to let them land on you.
Okay.
If you were
Alright.
stronger, they wouldn't be so heavy.
Yes, if you were more sure in your footing, then you're supposed to do
Sure,
what
I'm
you
my
have to
footing
do.
now.
What?
So,
Yes.
So we'll
Be
see.
less like an elf with 2 left feet and more like a bear.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a bear.
Brr.
So just like
What's
says,
wrong with being a bear? Gran
don't
loves
know.
bears.
Do you not like bears?
I've never met a
Sound
bear,
like-
but I feel insulted for the bears right now.
You hate bears, Sal?
No, just don't like fur.
You hate animals?
No, I love animals.
So I think they're just gonna pin you with something eventually.
No.
It's in the case, but now like Zell looks kind of. He just looks kind of conflicted and kind of looks at Zarmin, and he's like he's like actually like, I'll. Should I tell her the other bit? Look.
Do what you gotta do. Someone continues scritching Vladimir.
I mean,
This is that conversation where you were trying not to tell Arthur about Tirana, and you guys just kept having like, "Do I want to do it?" looks, and Arthur was like, "Okay, guys, I can see you looking at each other."
Right?
okay. She will
The brothers normally let me know through just staring and silence.
What she will do is she will take out her flute and glance over to Babette and be like, "Why don't we provide some sounds to drown out this conversation
Yeah, that'd be good.
from
Actually,
That can
prying
be done.
ears?" Okay, and we'll stand out a little bit of a distance away, probably like one seat over, and then we'll play loudly, like a little bit loud, but she's like, if Babette wants to get into it and start
Yeah,
doing some
no,
performance,
Babette's
she'll
absolutely
go.
gonna get into it. I'm just restarting my computer, so if somebody
Yeah.
could roll a performance check for
With
me.
advantage, because I'm there with my tunes.
as Matt's going on, so kind of drops his demeanor, kind of a little more serious. Kind of looks towards Rue, and then he kind of looks towards Ember. Hey Ember, do you mind? I know we probably talked about a lot of things, but this is a little more personal. Do you mind? I don't want to be mean. Do you mind sitting over there for a little bit as I talk to Rue?
If you're that concerned, I will happily step to the side.
Thank you.
Does Ember know an instrument?
Ember does not know an instrument.
That won't stop him. Come on, cousin. Provide
won't stop
accompaniment. I know. And it's just like having you tap out a beat drumming on the table. This.
Zell sees Ember walk away. He looks back to Rue.
I mean, he's got a flute, he just doesn't know how to play it.
You'll provide the jazz solo.
Hell yeah.
It's just shrilling.
So, the reason why I say like the bear comment and why I don't like fur, well, that Port Valiant, when we were fighting those things, we came across some werewolves.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool. One bit me.
Are you okay?
I am now,
Oh, good.
but it cursed me.
Like it yelled at you?
No. I'm a werewolf now.
Like, you can turn into a wolf?
Yeah.
Does that bother you?
Yes.
Hmm. Are
It's
you wanting to find out a way to undo it?
yeah, but I don't think it'd be that easy. Because of
Maybe I could go ask Lady Gehenna for another recipe.
no,
Mm,
you don't have to do that. It's a little more complicated than that. See, the original, I don't even know if it's a thing or a he. The original werewolf, so to speak,
Mm.
is coursing through me, and it's kind of like a werewolf god.
Oh.
So no normal means would help me. So I was explaining, except for keep me under control.
Wait. Do bad things happen when you're...
Yes, which brings me to my specific topic. And Zarvin says his, but I'll just say mine. The the event at Griffin's Perch, I wasn't fully being completely all there, but at the wedding, Wisteria was shot,
Oh,
and she almost died.
sorry.
That's alright.
She okay?
Yeah, she thankfully Han was there,
Hmm.
but I never felt anger before or hatred that until that day. I I killed a lot of people that day, Rue. For the first time.
Like as a wolf?
No, it's still in my form. A actually conscious decision of killing them. I was mad. So I kinda took it out on them.
Ew.
And after that, after getting the purge, we got away and everything, and then we got into another situation. I'm 1983. We get sent to the future, some 40 years in the future. And things were strange, but okay in the beginning, but started getting weird and dangerous real quick. And we survived, but sometimes just barely. Then they started again killing more people. And I mean, this time, yes, it's to protect the group, but it got easier. And then we,
Got easier?
yeah, we eventually got to a safe house, a safe place, rested, and went off to another battle. And during that one, I had my first change. I killed people there. I think also you see him kind of like gulp, like almost like a look of disgust. Also, I think I ate someone, missed their head. And then we made it to the location we're going to get back home.
does Zarman look like while he's talking about this?
Just sad.
And so we were there in this manner, trying to activate a bridge home, but we came across a very powerful individual. She was in our way, so we had to fight.
In your way,
That
how?
kill us. Throwing spears and everything. Someone got really hurt. I got really hurt. A friend of ours got really hurt. We persevered and got through it. But then we fought. She got heavily wounded. We fought. We killed her first, when she got back up. So she kept fighting. Eventually, we were able to figure out how to get back home, how to do our ritual. And a bunch of smoke was in the way and everything like that, but eventually she got weak enough. And I didn't know she was gonna hurt anybody else. I know she was in a weak state. She was on one knee, but she looked like she was still gonna fight. I hope so. Cause then I shot her with I shot her and killed her. And for some unexpected reason, I was saddened by that. Utterly saddened by it. And that's why I've been questionings of, did I do the right thing by killing her? Did I do the right thing of killing those other people? Did I have a right cause? I know, you can't have a cause. You never have a cause with taking someone else's life. But I know that Zaman can't control that, especially when you're trying to defend people you love and care about. But
Don't don't bring Zarman into your races. Zarman's never once told me that it's gotten easier.
I don't know why it has for me.
I don't know either. Maybe you just need to probably talk to somebody you love.
Maybe. Maybe I just need more. Feel connected. I don't know.
It's not judgment that I have. People go through a lot of pain from taking other people's lives. Just don't say it gets easier. Just don't let me know that.
No. That's why I said it was. But after that last fight, it solidified that now that's not just logical. They're enemies. They're a threat. They need to be eliminated. And
Eliminated?
I was very different on the island. I know I haven't really properly explained that. Simon knows. I explained it to him, but
Do you feel bad because you're having to tell me?
he shakes his head. I just feel bad, General, about it.
It sucks that you have to feel bad. It sucks that I don't mean ooh, it sucks that you feel bad. Like it's just it takes so much away from you.
I know, when I'm just starting to fill myself up. Root, before this gauntlet, he shows the gauntlet on his hand.
Hmm?
My emotions were locked away. So the entire time we were on that island, I acted
So you didn't care?
that I did care.
But you didn't.
At that moment, I didn't have any emotions. Except for maybe interest, curiosity.
At least you didn't care and kill anyone when you didn't care.
That's the thing. I still experiencing, still learning all these new emotions. But there's also that portion of me that's still there. Just pure logic.
Mm.
The emotions sometimes aren't necessary, but now I'm seeing the flaw in that.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. I don't know. Some days I want these emotions, or sometimes I just want to get rid of them because
Of
how
course
painful
you
they are.
want them.
Yeah, I know. I do want them, no matter how painful they are.
I'm just even more scared for you now.
That's why I wanted to come back. That's why I wanted to talk to you. You and Simon, I don't do what you want to do. If I didn't have you two, I could probably become a very bad person. But you'll ground me, keep me good.
We've also got our own stuff.
I know. And that's why I don't talk about it.
No, that's not what I mean. It's a stupid way of taking that. You have to keep yourself good. Whether me and him are here or not.
You're right.
You have to pick that. Choose that. Don't just feel bad because you have to tell us. Don't just regret stuff because you have two people at home who will look at you in the eye. It's not easy controlling your emotions. I get it. I don't even know what it means to not. So I don't get that part. Everything I do is because I make that choice. I want to be helpful. I would want that even if I wasn't lucky enough to have you guys around. And I've been doing nothing the last month except for trying to figure out how to get back to you guys. If I'm not here, I can't help it if I go. So you can't say that me and him are supposed to just be here to ground you. Something could happen. I mean, I'm happy to help you. But
No,
you can't let it be easy. You have to choose to not let it be easy.
you're right.
And I get it, okay? I've always understood that you guys, you both have to just do things in order to protect us, and I would never judge you for that. I just hate watching it tear you guys apart, and for you, it wasn't even tearing you up until
I know.
just think you guys go through enough pain on your own. It's not fair.
But you're right, you know. You're always on.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, always right. Okay? 'Cause to be always right means you know everything, and I know next to nothing until someone explains it to me. And then even then I don't really know it, because I only know how I feel about it.
Sometimes you need that emotion in things. As I said before, I see the logic in things. But that logic can lead to what I was feeling before. That's wrong.
Logic also leads you down rationalizations so you can talk to yourself through stuff. It's very
Yeah,
important. Don't, don't knock yourself just because maybe you didn't, actually laugh or actually care. You do now, which is great. And if you want to stop being a wolf, I'll help you. But you have to help yourself. Because I can't do that part for you.
no, you're right.
How bad I want to, no matter how bad Zarman might want to, or Hanu might be able to give you all the great parables, or I hope you figure it out. It's just
No, I have to saving for myself. Another one that's gonna fix me is me. Help is help is good and shows me the path I need to take. But I have to take the steps. And I
sometimes
understand
not
that.
having any help shows you more than having help. Sometimes being on your own for a while, all by yourself.
It's one of the reasons why I kind of accepted the marriage thing. In a way. It not again, not actually fake emotions. I think I fell for her. And it was something I did just me personally with a choice. Not just thinking logically about it, not Then my mission to go to where it was something to decide, and it's nice. I yeah, but you amaze me even right now.
Why?
The growth I see in you. Before you wouldn't shy away from these topics. You would
Look,
talk
it's
about.
not easy sitting through it, okay?
I know.
She's been like doing what I'm doing, but what in a Rue sense, where you just pull off a pen cap and put it back on because you can't look at the person while you're talking because you're just so freaking mad.
Huh? You're growing so much stronger.
Guys weren't there.
I know. But as you said in your advice to me, you're able to grow.
I didn't grow a ton.
Maybe
just-
not in heights, but you
Hey!
grown. But you grown to a very proud woman, very so much inner strength, so much almost wisdom, so much wisdom that surprises me. You grown so much stronger.
I didn't like it. It's not easy.
Not easy.
You have to remember that though. For you, it's not easy. It sucks. There's a lot of nights where you just want to go home and you're scared and you don't really understand anything, but I'm used to not understanding anything. I'm used to just making the best out of it, and it's all just to get back to you guys. So
That shows how strong your character is, right?
I'm gonna have to leave again, okay? I don't know when, but I have to keep getting stronger because I have to help. And I'm not helpful if I'm just wanting to go home.
I understand. I need to get stronger too.
Just maybe just I don't know, not make it like a oh Rue, I killed a ton of people thing. Like maybe not like a ton, maybe not like any, preferably. But I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
I will try my best.
Well, then that's good enough for me. All I asked of you two, ever. Just keep trying not to hate yourself.
I know.
Really, really easy to hate and be upset, angry, and especially when you feel stuck. Whatever, just you can't like feed into that because it doesn't help you help us, and it doesn't help us help you. You know, emotions are a lot, Zale. Okay,
I've
I
noticed.
I get mad and I yell and scream, and when you're sad, being sad sucks, and everything's just a lot and very overwhelming. But just be glad that you're also somebody who can think through it and just try to think about the things that you would want people to care about when it came to us. Like, you wouldn't want somebody to stab us. You wouldn't want somebody to just outrightly murder us because we stumbled into some place that maybe 3 kids from an island shouldn't be. You can think about just home and what it's like. And I'm sorry that now I guess it's all full of lackluster memories of non-emotional stuff, and I didn't realize that that's how you felt about it. And I'm sorry. I
It's
guess
fine. I look.
I'm gullible, and I just thought you were happy.
Rue, I will say this. Even though at that moment I had that disorder, I think I can. You made me care when I physically couldn't. It wasn't a choice not to feel. I have a problem, but I did grow the care. I wasn't fake to me. I just didn't feel maybe the same happiness or joy as equally as you did, but
Well, I don't think Zarman did either. I don't think even Arthur felt it the way. I
I mean,
I just knew that growing up, I mean, I just knew I felt things a lot harder and stronger, and like, I don't know, I didn't think it was weird that you guys didn't. I just thought it was weird that I'm, I thought I was weird.
no, no. You weren't weird at all. No, Rue, you were, as Ember said, you were the fire to our embers.
You guys were so cold.
But you heated
Sad.
us up. You lit us up.
Even now, you guys are cold and sad.
It's we're processing a lot of
Processing
things.
sucks. I'd rather
It
just forget most of the time. I'm trying really hard not to, okay? I'm trying to make sure I remember stuff. I just.
and that reminds me. That was a bit ago, but I'm sorry I yelled at you at the boat about that.
It's okay.
I didn't.
No, it's okay. It really is. I mean, like I said, I just feel things a lot
I know.
more. And sometimes, like, when stuff makes me sad, it, like, I don't know, it's not like in the books they're like, oh, and her heart was broken, and like, yeah, that's sad, but things break me, not just my heart but my mind, and it doesn't feel good, and I just want to forget, and I want it to stop. So I found a trick. And but the thing is that I don't learn anything from forgetting about it. It doesn't help me help you.
Yeah. As you say, for emotions, it's painful sometimes, but it's good that you feel when it comes to remembering things like that. Even if it's painful, good to always remember. It wasn't meant to hurt you or put you in the corner. I just want you to remember that even though there's good and bad times, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel.
I learned a pretty cool little phrase, and it is helping me even now. I really just want to enjoy my life. I don't I don't know what's going on 90% of the time. 99% of the time. But
I think it's the
get
funny
to
thing. For me, it's I want to enjoy the present and not think about all those 99 things that's going on in the world, but enjoy this. And kind of like taps the table. Here, talking to you, being with everybody.
I get the blessing of watching you guys grow. It doesn't matter if I'm here all the time or if she's here instead. But I just get to watch you guys grow, and I want to grow too, and I don't want to be angry about the things that are making me grow.
Yeah. And I don't want to look in the past that makes me all sad and mopey as I am now.
But it shouldn't, because look, you may have not felt the things, but it didn't mean we didn't have good memories or do fun stuff or, push people over the port or hide in boxes and scare people and maybe cause the old man down the street to have a heart attack once or twice. Like, those
Hey,
were
okay,
so fun.
I think he's still alive, okay?
I
don't
don't
think
know.
he's-
I think that might have been your first kill.
Oh, God, that makes...
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
no.
I'm kidding. That was a terrible joke.
The humanity. I need to see this out, guys. This play, but he starts laughing.
But I don't know, like, don't be sad about it. Don't be sad about finding the gauntlet. Just be glad that you found something that lets you feel. And don't be sad about exploding your wedding or not inviting Hanu, even though she would have made a great officiant.
Oh, she would have
Just,
been a great fish. Better
just
than
be
that
glad
guy.
you got married because, like you said, you got to finally make a choice that was for you as a person. If you don't feel, how is anything really for you? It's just for satisfaction. Cold satisfaction.
Right.
Now you get to eat cake and enjoy it too. Like, you get to I don't know, like maybe your hugs feel like 10 times warmer and maybe the sky feels happy. Like, I bet
Want to test
when
that
you
out?
don't feel, you don't.
As she's talking, he just comes up right behind you and gives you like a big hug.
Oh, see? Doesn't this make your heart go pitter patter?
Yes. Yes, it does.
And not just in a mechanical way.
No, it doesn't. It feels nice. Relaxing.
Okay, group hug on Zarman now.
Alright. And I just like lunge and bring him in the hug.
Naps out the stupor and is like,
It's okay, we'll thaw you out.
Mm-hmm. Warm hugs.
You cold, icy dragon boy.
I missed this actually. Us three.
Dude, they've been playing music for like 10 minutes.
I know. I'm feeling really bad. I hope they're
I'm
like...
feeling really left out. Pulls out flute.
We're still jamming it right now, going
Yeah.
to a different song. We're like, fuck yeah.
I don't know if anybody has
I
any
don't
more
wanna be
RP,
an
but I just have to
American.
say, holy shit, Brooklyn. That was amazing.
Hell yeah.
Don't, what was it? Zarman never said that it got easier. Like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm good. I was like freaking out about that whole time.
No, that was good. I was waiting for it to say something like that. That's why I bring it up.
Yeah,
That was really good.
this group needed Rue. Holy shit.
Oh, you think now you understand.
Now you
Yeah.
get what it.
Now you understand.
Oh.
Whenever I built Rue at the very beginning, Chance had put out the like whole Roll20 form, and I said just the most naive fuck that you could possibly throw into D&D, and she doesn't kill. And he was like, okay, all right, let's throw this one into there. And then I had Libby, who's like kill machine, doesn't
Yeah.
really help anybody get through any of their emotional processes. In fact, might even lead to situations that like heighten that shit because she's
Yeah.
totally like thrill seeking.
I mean, on the download, that's what Libby kind of did to Zell. That's why
Yeah.
I was thinking it was easy.
Yeah.
not to.
Libby was, yeah, but that's like her thing. She's like, okay, you killed and
Yeah.
okay, did you save people? Great. Do we need to kill more people to make sure we're alive? That's fine. And then Rue's like, well,
I can't wait for Rue to get her claws in Babette. It's gonna be so good.
oh,
no.
come here, let me give you therapy.
Oh.
Oh, but yeah, no, that was great. It was
Oh.
like, and it was like, this is also the dipshit to Rachel. Yes, this is
Yeah.
Rue, and this is what Rue does for
Oh.
us.
This is Rue's little role. She gets to do this mostly with Zale. I've gotten a little bit with Zarmin, but Zarmin's very much like he keeps quiet, and
Mhm.
Rue will keep talking, but she starts to feel like she's not helping, and she'll
Mhm.
catch herself getting like really down because she like to her Zarmin's really one of those people that she just wants to see smile
Yeah.
about life. Just once. Just if she could give him 1 minute of just a release of any sort, or just like even just hold the weight for his shoulders for 30 seconds before gently letting it back onto him, because like you can't take that away.
Yeah.
Which makes me all warm and happy because Zarmin was like, man, I missed you.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, little me.
That was the great conversation that me and Zarmin had, that Zell had back at
Yeah.
Rosemary's. Was that
Which Rue entirely snooped on that. I already know it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
thought I wasn't there? Got
You
me
guys
fucked up.
didn't look behind the ficus. She was
I
there
mean,
the
it
whole
wouldn't
time.
matter. She can be invisible.
Yeah.
She'd be invisible.
I have greater invisibility
Yeah, she's great.
now.
Oh, God.
Yeah, right? So she's gonna stand there.
She's
and still
fine.
yeah, she's
Blink,
totally
blink.
fine.
Blink, blink.
How,
Only person
And
who
like
would
with
have had a
Zarmin's,
No, I was gonna say the only person who might have noticed would have been Hanu, and that's if she got lucky.
Yeah.
Exactly.
uh,
But
yeah.
No,
With the
those-
28, how was Sarmin throughout that? Because she was keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask if Babette could have attempted to like get the vibe of that conversation
I mean,
too, but I
we were-
did not want to interrupt it.
Yeah, we were both playing music, and you would have seen her looking.
oh,
or yeah,
It was like a lot, so we would
with the
both been like,
orphans.
you guys are just like playing your music, kind of side-eyeing each other, like, what is going on? Are they good?
Yeah.
Or is just chill?
Are they like mad at each other? Or like
no, it's like okay, other song, but
Yeah,
Is
and she
Rue
would have
about to
tried to
yell at
catch.
him?
Yeah, she would have tried to catch snippets of the conversation, but I'd probably roll that at disadvantage.
I mean, honestly, would just be fine. I mean, you're there.
Best
Yeah,
part
no, she didn't
now
hear
is
shit.
that
Yeah.
half of that conversation was also for Zarmin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, these same notions of like, I will never hate you guys. I would never. I like. It's not even a disappointment. It's just a fear of watching more people go through pain,
hmm
through like regret and feeling like less of a
Mm-hmm.
person because of taking somebody else's life, which is the whole reason why she's like this, is because you know, as a little kid, she's all cheery and happy, and she's watching someone younger than her at such a fucking young age to just hate his existence.
Mm.
And she literally wouldn't want that for anybody else. So a lot of her like do not kill, it's not for just the other person not having to die, it's also for you. Like
Yep.
some people just can't handle that that weight, and to her, she's very much like, why would anyone ever handle that weight? That doesn't make sense because she is not a logical person at all. It's all emotion. It is all
Which is
just
it's
Yeah,
it's
which is
always
why
a-
I'm super interested for her to talk to Babette.
yeah, because
like,
Babette doesn't care.
Yeah, Babette
But-
is kind of a piece of shit.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
no, you're not.
Babette thinks
You're
that
not
she's the greatest thing to grace God's earth, but secretly is like, you guys, especially if Rue starts talking to her, is gonna be like, am I a bad person?
Mm.
Am I a bad person?
Yeah, it's also the case where the thing with Zell was it's the whole thing like a person has good intentions, but just does it in the wrong
Yep.
way. But Zell won also part, and Rue would get this because he knows Zell, but it was also the way he was talking. He was trying to not let Zarman kill
Yeah.
and put it
I mean,
on
she
himself.
also figures that. She knows that, like, there's probably a part of what you're doing is to protect him in any way that's protecting somebody, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally. She
Mhm.
truly believes that everyone's just trying to make their choices in order to preserve one each other, because she's always talking about trying to preserve them. So hopefully they go went at some point, you know, oh, I would like to also preserve these other people around me. That is, you could see, like, it's important to, like, mentally check in. But her thing is, like, she'll check in with so many people so often that she will never check in with herself. She'll just keep
Exactly.
propelling herself, and she'll be happy. But then, like, there's those, like, probably those nights, you know, everyone's gone to bed, the halls are quiet, she closes the door really softly so no one, you know, hears when she goes into her room, and she just sits in there, and she, at first 5 minutes, she's, like, thinking about all the things she did today and how exciting it is, and then slowly just kind of runs down. And then, like, because she can't think things through, like, it's not like she can sit on her bed and rationalize things. If she's quiet, it's because she's actually in a hard depression. It's not quiet and, like, pensive. It's quiet and just going, like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, everything feels so much and heavy. And Rue, at the beginning of the campaign, had her cantrip Forget, where she would just wipe her memory of things.
Yeah, I've heard some of these shenanigans.
Yeah, it was also
Just
the
so
case.
you won't have to deal with it, yeah.
It's also a case where Zell and her had a conversation, and Zell got angry at her.
Yeah, that was like right before I think I created Babette. You had told me about that.
Because
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I'm hoping that Babette can be the one to do callouts, not like in the slightly less adorable and loving way that Rue does. But she's got to work through her own shit first, so I'm kind of hoping that Rue can help with that.
Mhm.
I mean, she's the group chairperson
Bruh,
for reason.
That's what she's here for. And through
But then the
helping
hope is-
everyone, she's learning a lot.
Yeah, and the hope is, especially because I think underneath Babette's layers of cynicism and you know, terrible life choices, there is a little bit of Rue in her. So I think that she might be able to eventually be like, Rue, quit your bullshit, work on yourself. But that's a while.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you... I don't... You're so funny, Babette. I don't have anything going on. Babette's just like,
Yeah.
you're broken. And she's like, no, I'm not. No, you're broken. What?
When you try and fix everyone else's problems, it's because you're hiding from your own, Rue.
You can't even look in your own reflection.
Yeah.
There's
I don't
something
have problems. I'm Sam Riegel. I don't feel stress.
And then why are you crying?
What? And then wipes tears.
Yeah, I mean, Zell's hinting at like trying to reinforce like that you did grow, you're getting stronger. But he is definitely seeing that. Yeah, he is seeing this like, you did something wrong. You're not the only one. And
At
we're
some
kind
point-
of broken. But
At some point, Babette is gonna like make a comment on Zale babying you, because I feel like even after this conversation, Zale's still gonna baby you because it's habit.
He's still gonna baby her.
Yeah,
I think it's also
yeah.
fair because of what he's talked to with Zarman too, is like this very
Mhm.
strong sense of like, I feel a lot of emotions now, so I need to like express them and control them,
Yeah.
and like I need to take care of you and this and that, and I didn't care about you the way I was
Yeah.
supposed to then, so I'm gonna care about you now, and blah blah blah.
Exactly, but Babette
She's
has
just
no
like-
context for that, so she's gonna be like, she's gonna make a passing comment
She's-
of, Rue is so capable, why is it that you're treating her like a child? And so that,
oh
yeah.
fuck. Okay.
Yeah,
But
see,
that's
it's not gonna
Babette's
be
also
that
gonna
harsh,
realize-
but
right, but it's also a
Yeah.
fair point because
Yeah.
well, the thing is that she's 20, but one of the reasons why Root does need so much steering
Yeah.
sometimes is because in order to maintain this bubbly,
yeah,
loving, childlike love, she doesn't think through things, and she'll just
Mhm.
go to the next shiny thing and the next thing, and like ooh this,
Yeah.
ooh that, and she'll build her plate until it's like
yeah.
Oh,
As
way too
Babette gets
much.
to know Rue, she's gonna realize that, but at least in the beginning, she's gonna see like she can take care of herself. Like, why do you
Well,
get
it's-
freaked out? Because again, Babette has no context.
Yeah,
Like, she's
yeah,
heard
it's-
stories, but no
she
context.
was gone for 10 minutes. Chill.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Guys, clearly this doggo became a spirit to show other doggos the way.
Oh my god, that was so
I
good.
was like, what?
I like sort of
I
had
think-
an idea that might be a bit of like an issue if Babette made that joke, but she would make that joke, and holy shit.
Do it.
Mhm. Yeah, Zell's main thing, or because if it was like him like fully like completely overprotective, he wouldn't go on the forest to look for you. But he was like, no, he's starting to understand. It's like, okay, there's levels. I need to kind of be
I
there,
need to
but
not be the helicopter parent.
exactly, it's
I'm
hard for him.
totally cool if one of Zale's reasonings, though, is that when they were kids, she was always getting herself stuck or in trouble, and she would
Oh, yeah.
wail and cry. And,
Oh yeah,
like,
that's like the main thing. You always got lost, and I was
Yeah.
always want to find you, and that's why he's like,
But she would get herself lost and stuck, and like just be
Mhm.
crying and scared, and like she
Why am
can't
I in
think
a
of a way to
tree?
get home or
What's going on?
what reason.
yeah, Zell always find
Also,
her.
I love that Ember is just like pushing on her fucking spark shit. But she is
Mhm.
totally oblivious to even that fact is like part of her still. I mean, she
Mhm.
learned about the parts of the soul more deeply, but she doesn't really get how it may apply to her own.
How
'Cause,
much
like,
Yeah.
that
without a
stuff is common
shadow,
knowledge? I can't remember.
It is common knowledge, but the metaphysics of it doesn't, like, you're not gonna discuss this over the dinner table. They just know, okay, there's 3 parts. Alright, that's good, it's good. No, it's be like,
So yeah, it's
so
like
this is
something
what
that
this
Babette would have like a
means.
passing memory of from high school type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will learn about it, but not like in depth. Where it's
Unless
like,
you were like a wisdom character, you may not like push on it so
Yeah.
much, you know?
Yeah,
But
she
it's,
would
like,
have a
something
vague
you know of.
concept of it, but she wouldn't really like connect those dots because Babette's still reeling from learning that time travel exists, and she's now time traveled. So
Yeah.
and then also the sense where it's like because of Zell's intelligence and because of his soul sickness and what happened to Rue and Lip and all that, he's researched now a bunch of the soul stuff. So he's
Mhm.
like,
He might even be getting a sense of why Rue
is the way.
describes
She's
herself
starting
as
to.
someone who can't. She was like, and like I get it, but like emotions are hard, so let me just preface this about emotions, Zale. It's gonna be
Mhm.
rough. Things aren't
Yeah.
gonna feel good. But
The
luckily, you're someone who can reason with yourself, so it's okay.
the one thing
Honestly,
Hanu would,
that one as a person hit me really hard.
yeah,
the only thing Hanu would say was just look at her shadow. Pretty sure she doesn't have one.
Do
Like,
not
look
have
at her
one.
physically. Look at her shadow, guys. Like, it's obvious.
no, it's definitely in a
Just-
sense that after kind of the conversation, so Zell was starting to kind of put things in like the puzzle pieces together. And was like starting to notice the way Ember was saying she's like a burning fire, where we're like kind of like little small flames. It was like And he's he was starting to think about it, and he was also thinking of his condition. It's like, I was just a person with.
Could Rue have a condition? She wouldn't even care. She wouldn't even realize. I mean, if she knew, she'd probably be like, "Oh, maybe I should, learn more about that." But like, as a person, she's like, "There is only feelings, right?
Mhm.
Right?"
Yeah, where Zell was for a while there, he was only shadow. It was like that was only logic. So it was such an interesting thing to think about, like childhood us, because
Mhm.
we're making up for each other's
You make one
loss.
whole person.
Yeah.
And then we have fucking Zarman, who's just like,
Yeah.
"What am I dealing with
Yes.
while dealing with myself?"
Yeah. Had the shadow, the super shadow person, and the spark, and then just Zarman.
Shadow, spark, and
Two
trauma.
sides of a coin.
Yep.
Well, he's more like the anima because he kind of glued us
Yeah, I guess.
together in
Exactly.
terms of like being able to like really work some stuff out. Because like, let's be honest, who was bickering out of all three of them? Probably the logic guy versus the feelings girl, and then
Yeah.
who would come in with the ball of mixed reason and feeling and explanation.
Exactly.
And like Zarman was very much for Rue. Like Zale would go off and work on something or do something, and Zarman and Rue would just study together and like sit in silence together. And she really doesn't do like silence, but with him, she feels so comfortable because there's just this raw part of him that she feels very deeply as someone who feels everything raw.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to rawly feel almost like a self-hatred? And she's such an empath that she can kind of not like completely understand, of course not, but like put it on herself to where she's always just comfortable to sit in the same room because she would just like empath her way into the same wavelength as him.
Mm.
And Libby's just over here, also a full spark, also no shadow, also has a lot of fucking problems.
Yep.
But her problem is more like not believing in any sort of like reality to her actions.
Mm.
So like she'll just do shit and she'll be like, it's fine because let's say I get popped out of here, I'm not in the game anymore.
Yeah, it's
Now I'm
Oh,
playing
yeah.
this game.
I can just leave and then not have to deal with it.
I can
and
just
then-
go.
Yeah.
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 I
Actually,
don't need
that's
to
kind
make
of the
myself
mentality we
forget,
got
I can just
into
go.
for Shutter Space.
Yeah, because Libby doesn't know if she's coming back. She's like, well, okay, so that was fun. I'm gonna go back to this game that I've been playing for over like 15, 16
She goes back to
years.
the original game and like they know, and you can kind of get the sense she's always pissed to have to go back.
Yeah.
Like you can always
I mean, that's
imagine
the
that
thing,
whenever
Babette was
Rue's
never
sleeping on
really-
the floor, Libby's mad.
Yeah. Babette was never really given the full explanation of that because Lib didn't want that, so they just kind of glossed over it the whole time.
It was more or
So-
less something that Libby would
She hasn't
need to
really told anyone
yeah.
that she necessarily sees life like this, except for kind of to Zale because they had like a little fling thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, but
And,
like
I mean,
she
she's
doesn't need
mentioned
like
Zarman, and Zarman can infer things all he wants, but it's not going to be fully there until more
Yeah.
conversation was had.
yeah, but also like Babette doesn't really know the whole two tieflings, one or two minds, one body thing.
The way that I see it, because last time that Libby was bamfed back, she just got ejected right back into back with us, is that now she just skimmed through the tutorial mode of the game, not memorizing any of the buttons, and then when she's back she's like, oh shit, okay, what does the right bumper do? Fuck.
Exactly.
Libby's past is very much like where Rue gets to go into the other place, right? Not the world with you guys. She got to adventure that place. Libby for 18 years never got to leave one single room.
Yeah.
With nobody else. Just her. For 18 years. Raised herself. Which
Yeah, that's
means
not
she
gonna
has
create a
a lot of
well-adjusted person.
re-parenting. She needs a lot of re-parenting. A ton. She does not. She never developed what proper social protocols are, and the people that are in the real world tend to like sometimes get a sense of realness. Like with Zale, she kind of got to tap into like oh, like really trying to bond with a person. Everyone else kind of feels like NPCs, even in her own party, you know? She's very much like, I'm the main character, and it's like, no, there's so much
Honey,
more around
no.
you. Like, Zale made her care about other people. Hanu definitely made her care about other people whenever, you know, stuff with like the lieutenant and Blue Crew happened. She started, that's Blue Crew she associates more as her team than the team.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Such a weirdo.
It's a way of
Yeah.
life,
Yeah,
bro.
the one time Norman tried to bond with Lib, it did not go well because it was after.
She didn't
fucking
like
Zale.
it. She
Yeah,
also
because
doesn't
Norman is
like.
only 100% into the bond thing, and if you weren't there, it's too superficial. Too superficial, and Norman just leaves.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was full spark. It was under 100% not.
Zarman also represents the Saint Ava, which she calls Saint Bitch Lady. Anytime you've heard her talk, like even in normal conversation, she won't say Saint Ava. She'll go Saint Bitch Lady. She does not like her.
Yeah.
Not for any necessarily real reason, just reasons that she's built up over her head for 18 years.
Because she didn't have anybody tell her otherwise. It's just so.
The only iconography that was in her room was this little tiny Saint Ava looking cross. And she was like, "You're the fucking reason I'm trapped in here."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's like, religion's dumb. Religion traps you. These bitches want nothing other than to hurt you. Gods don't care. Gods just want to use us. So fuck the gods. And then Hanu's over here like, but like, I can talk to my ancestors. And she's like, that's cool. That's just family, right?
Yeah, we all, right?
That's
Yeah.
those family, right?
Uh-huh.
No, that conversation was good.
I just talk smack to my god, like my dad. I'm sorry, goddad.
Daddy God, no. Daddy Zeus, no. Daddy Zeus, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
as-
like how H said not just a spark, the spark,
The
and, then
spark, yep.
and then stuck up on it. He wasn't even in the VC for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the main thing with Zell is like he was being genuine. He feels present with the group and everything. It's just more of like you get like a nagging feeling that you should remember something that's important, but you can't. It's a nagging feeling, and it's just like I feel like I should remember this.
I feel like Rue gets that feelings from every time she's made herself forget something. She's like, why do I feel like I should be really upset about something, but I'm not, so it's fine.
Hey, it's a hermit now.
Actually, so because I'm curious now, because Hanu and Babette, Hanu rolled the 28 insight. How was Zarman through that whole conversation?
Sad boy.
I mean, it was a mix of feeling that whole experience again, but also him trying to actually listen. So he was just conflicted the entire time. So
No,
you know,
He was just what the entire time?
he was just feeling that experience the entire time, as well as trying to listen.
Yeah, it was
So
more of a
it
case
was
where
him reliving it. Is all it was.
Oh, okay.
yeah, almost like PTSD.
It's halfway there. It's just because before he probably would have totally zoned out. So it's listen.
Yeah.
It's just.
No, and that was
Which
it
is
was
why
also
after a
even-
certain point, I didn't say anything at all, and then when they went the heck,
it was also a case where like Zell was also he was explaining the root, but he was also explaining the Zarma at the same time what he's been feeling.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole thing
We
that he
tend
found
to
out.
probably do that as siblings to also
Yeah.
like not just be talking to one person even if
Exactly.
people aren't talking.
It's super sibling energy right there. Or it's like
Yeah.
we're trying to include all three of us in the conversation.
That just got smacked in the face with their childhood.
I know. Right? Went from like running around trying to poke each other to making fun of each other to some really like sad shit. It's the problems we have.
Layers.
The layers, man.
Weirdly, can I be honest? I have a better relationship with my D&D brothers than I think I do with like my real life brothers. I was never like, "Hey Zach, you want to talk about our feelings?" He'd be like, "Fuck you." You're like, "All right, fair. It's cool." Hey Cody, you want to talk about our feelings? You want to talk about Jesus? No. No, I'm good. My brother Cody reminds me a lot of just like the young relationship I had with Zale, because me and my brother Cody are a lot closer in age and are more talkative. I never really got to hang out with my older brother, who's very quiet and very much like, I'm gonna sit over here and let you guys do your antics, which reminds me of Zarman. So I'm just like also living my other family, but like with you guys, I can make you guys talk to me without you going like, you're the youngest sister, shut the fuck up.
Mhm. Yeah, because Zell, with Zell, he honestly, what you say to him, he doesn't take it for granted or anything like that. He really listens to what you say, because you have
Ruby
important things to
speaking
say.
some truth.
Yeah,
I
like
know.
holy shit.
That's the reason why that Zell always listens to you.
As a stupid character, and I'm not that stupid, I have an intelligence of 2, but it's literally probably just emotional intelligence.
Yeah, no, your emotional
Wisdom
intelligence, yeah, up the roof, freaking emotional intelligence.
Yeah, my wisdom's +3.
Yeah.
There you go.
My strength is 1.
Babette's stats are actually kind of abysmal.
No, she was saying her real life stats.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah,
I
sorry.
do in real life personally. Clumsy bitch.
But that was good. It was honestly where, especially after that, like when he killed that lady and he felt that sadness. He was like, I just need someone to hit me straight right now, so I'm not like going down a weird way of
Right,
thinking.
and that was a good time for Rue to do so.
Yeah,
Exactly.
oh man.
And that's why I brought that conversation. I was like, I want this conversation to happen.
It's like, should I talk to her? Should I tell her? Not for her, but like so I can get therapy right now. Like, 'cause right now when I get that therapy,
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was.
should I save this for later?
It was kind of like, it was like A and B, because he wants to explain to you because he wants to include you, and that was like all. Yeah, he wanted to include you. He didn't want you to, because of the whole conversation of being like, I always come in, I'm not knowing things. It's like, I want you to. I know I've been putting around the bush before, but I want you to know what's happening. I want what we've been up to. I don't want you to feel like left out.
I
'Cause
feel
you're
like
part of us.
you guys could tell her, of course, like everything that happened, and she'll just kind of like nod and listen and like kind of. She can only react feeling. Like she can't
Mhm.
like rationalize why you guys did that, why you guys went there, who's what, who's where. And so the only way to really make Rue feel close is to be like, to a degree, emotionally vulnerable with her, because she is nothing but emotionally vulnerable as a person.
And that's what Zell did. That whole conversation was
She
just
was like,
him
hey, I
being.
just want you to know, I'm still your brother and I still have problems and I just love you. And I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's the whole conversation. She's like, I still have problems, I'm still listening, but I love you, and I'm
Don't be
sorry
mad
I'm
at
a mess.
me.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a mess. Please don't hate me. I know you love me, but I know it's I feel. It's like the whole
Mhm.
conversation is similar,
Having this.
just simplified.
Rue's super excited about Ember because just in like that one conversation, Ember really proved like how much wisdom he has to him, which makes her like look at him the same way she kind of has looked at all these like sages and people that she's been kind of coming across.
Mm.
And then with Babette, she's like a little bit emotionally enamored with her just because she thinks she's like super cool. It's like that first time meeting like Kelly and Maya all over again, where it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow, women role models. Wow.
Yeah, that's a
cool.
bad idea, Rue.
Yeah.
Lake Beach, I love you.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so
Because-
bad.
Oh, like, yeah, bad, but, like, good, but really bad.
Crimes.
Because Babette, Babette is not going to try and fuck with Rue. But Babette is just gonna try and match Rue. Babette is gonna try and match Rue's
Yeah.
energy, which is not good because it's
Which
not gonna
will
be
work.
emotionally vulnerable Babette, though. You're just gonna get Babette faking it, and so eventually something's gonna crack, and then you're gonna see, like, real Babette, and so that's gonna be heartbreaking.
I think it's good though because it's very much the game that Zale played with her as a child. Is
Mhm.
like, well, because he didn't feel anything, he can just
Right, he was a
match
cheater.
her act,
Mm-hmm.
and she has wisdom and intelligence, but I purposely give her an insight of -1. Like, I do not want her to be able to tell when people aren't being upfront with her because it kind of kills that whole like doughy-eyed,
Mm-hmm.
just, you know, want to love everyone, want to believe everybody has a good enough reason to be going through what they're going through.
Yeah.
You know, she one time said, like, I'm sure that person killed that person for, like, I'm sure they had a good reason. Like, it's like, she'll always give every single person the benefit of the doubt, which means it's really easy to just throw shit over her head. And as Brooklyn, I hear it, and parts of me are like, I know what the group is kind of doing in terms of the way they distract her or lie to her and be like, no, the puppy's alive, I swear.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. Like, it's just, it feels more holistic to her to just be curtains. Everybody's got curtains over her because she can be broken, but the best part is, like, every time she leaves, she's on her own and she hates being on her own. And the entire time during the beginning of the campaign, she was always like, can we go home? Can we just go back? We don't have to keep going forward. We don't have to keep doing this. We can just live our little ignorant lives where it was nicer and safer. And now she's like able to hear home and not go, I want to go back. Just tell me about it. You know, just tell me how it's going. Tell me it's still safe. In the other place that she was at, there was this place where you get really lost, and you just kind of hear voices, and out of your peripherals you swear you see people like walking and passing, and the whole time it was just like little snips and glips of like her childhood or just like random conversations that she wasn't even ever really a part of. She can't listen to it, but it was just like those kinds of things playing around her. She was like really scared. And that's when she found like this blanket that she's wearing as her cloak. It's actually Libby's blanket. And it has like all these patterns drawn on the inside that Libby did, and on the outside it's clean, but Ruse began painting dragons on it.
Hell yeah.
So there's like one dragon on it right now. And it's kind of like once that cloak is kind of all put together, I plan on working on Libby and Rue's relationship because Libby hates Rue. Like, physically cannot stand her. Probably kind of gets the same kind of like gross itch whenever she's near Fee.
Yeah.
But she cannot stand her. But she also has like an identity thing where she thinks she's just stepping in as a character for Rue whenever she's out to play in the game, interact with this world. Then she'll go back and like try to fuck with that one. That place probably feels more real than like the reality. And so like at some point with this mirror, they're gonna be able to talk to each other, but right now Rue is too scared to look in it because she thinks it's gonna send her back. And she just spent all this time trying to get back to you guys. And Libby doesn't want to look in it for the same reason. However, once they start kind of understanding each other as growing individuals, ooh yes, D&D, they're gonna start being able to communicate through it, and then things that Libby knows she can help Rue with. Rue can start asking Libby questions. They're both not intelligent in terms of like logic, but they both can probably like therapy each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Or at least like Libby's like, okay, so we're going into this place and I don't feel very confident that I'm gonna be the most useful party member to have right now because I can't fight. I'm not comfortable with it. I don't want to fight people. She has a lot of healing stuff and like intellectual fortress. She's very much like the buff you guys up, make you guys as good as you can be. I'm gonna be invisible if you need me. But there's gonna be a point where you guys might be fighting something pretty serious and she's not gonna have like the heart to be like, I might be the one to deal the killing blow. Libby's gonna be like, let me out, beach.
I'm fucking ready.
Let me dark
Everybody's, like,
secret
bleeding
that
a little bit
hoe.
because she is the healer.
Yeah.
I would laugh honestly if there is a guidance spirit that is Mr. Scruffers. It's like, I have
Yes.
ascended into the Feywild, my boys.
Oh,
Guys, listen, spirits don't just leave, they're always with us. You just need to know where to
You
look.
should tell Rue that though. Because then she'll like stop caring about, I guess, the dead so much. You've already really inspired Rue just last session because you were like, lost things aren't lost when they're found by others. It's not stealing, and she was like, "Oh, what if there's something really in there that wants to be found?" And you know, I don't want to leave something that maybe wants to be found. I know how bad that feels. And then she was like looking around. She found this lantern, and this lantern was like all glowy and like doing the whole like come and get it. And she was like, okay.
There's gonna be a time where you're
Oh
gonna
my god, my
actually...
lantern! I can see invisibility.
Hell
Things.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ah.
Eventually, she's gonna... Actually was planning on having one of her ancestors talk to you, because it's better when you see it out there in the open of like, oh shit, I ain't talking to this girl, I'm talking to some old lady. Cool.
Well, hello.
I know, it's like, you can discuss it in theory, but until you hear, like, this old elf lady just speak back to you, like, oh, that's what she meant. An old spirit guiding the younger ones. Gotcha.
Got it. Can you tell me, is Mr. Scruffers on the other side?
I don't...
He
Like,
was really old.
Grant's like, I don't have a big data plan, kid.
oh,
I only have this landline to my greatest granddaughter.
Please, just try to find him, Grant.
Okay.
I really only have a pager, so.
oh man.
Or who
But-
knows, it might be Gramps who talks to you. He has quite the soft spot. Alright.
Yeah,
I'm
but if you want to, I mean, we could.
No,
talk
I'm
if you
gonna
don't.
stop recording, so.
Yeah.